What's good, everybody? Off the Menu Podcast, episode 109. I'm here with my brother, my co-host, Tay.
Hello, everyone.
A returning host, special guest, Kenny. And a very special guest, Coach Trey Smith, head basketball coach of the Cypress High School. Husband, father, go-getter, big stepper, going crazy. That's how the crowd is when he has home games.
Yeah, he's used to those ones. He's used to this one. Imagine just making a three and then distracting the whole entire other team by making you got the band.
Y'all look crazy.
That'd be fire. Or a dunk. That'd be fire dunk. That'd be like embarrassing.
It would be almost embarrassing. I'd be like, okay, I'm never dunking again if I ever could. Of course, we got IT technical support in the back. Sifu Ying. Was that loud? That was like only like 0.25. But thank you guys for watching episode 109 Off the Menu Podcast. We're happy to be here. We're happy that we're getting closer to our goal of 3,000 watch hours. So if you guys are out there, run up our numbers because
please
we can start selling stuff to y'all. that's the only thing you can get when you finally reach like 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours. But we're closer to our goals. Yeah, that means we'll only be 1,000 watch hours off from hitting the metrics, and then we're only like 500 or 400, like 40 subs off from hitting 1,000.
Really?
Yeah, then we'll start making some money.
Subs?
Projection, we would be making 8 cents a year off this.
Hey, that's big time though.
Yeah.
Hey,
we making money though. Like not a lot of people can say they're making money
that's
off
true,
of
man.
I look at him like, damn, that's like
$1 a year.
That's 8 cents a year.
Oh, 8 cents. I think you said 88 cents.
Hey, that's about the same with me and Kenny get paid
Yeah,
for
we did
coaching.
like the math on that.
Yeah.
That's like $1.25 an hour.
That is
if
what it
that.
is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you-
That's a bonus
if
they
you
give you.
calculate
I guess.
it,
You guys are putting up
baby.
prison numbers. Every time I hear like my uncle talking about, he's like, "Yeah, I just got done working an 8-hour shift," and I was like, "How much do you make?" He's like, 25 cents. I'm like, "Man, you're getting paid more than most teachers out here."
grinding out here, bro.
Grinding.
We're grinding out here.
But thank you, Trey, for coming and joining us here on the podcast. Thank you, Kenny, for lobbing this. He was when we started the podcast, he was like, "You guys ever gonna get Trey Smith on?" I'm like, "Yeah, just let us know when you're ready."
yeah, I think your first name I mentioned. I was like,
Yeah,
guys,
you
we
were
gotta
the
get
very
Trey
first
in.
name.
Come on.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, man. It really is. Kenny hit me up, and I was like, I'm down. I was down for it since day one, though, and we just need to get a date set. And my schedule's busy all the time. I got a couple of little kids. I'm glad I was able to work.
We're
it out.
getting to you before the basketball season, though, huh?
Oh, we in there. We almost in there.
When is tryouts?
On November 11th.
November? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, there we go.
So I appreciate great timing right here. Great timing.
This is perfect timing. He already talked about it too. He's like, right when school starts and right when before the season begins, he's like, I'm gonna get Trey on. I was like, okay, cool. But let's go ahead and get into the podcast. We'll go ahead and start off the discussion with, for the viewers, who are you and what do you do?
A lot of kids call me Coach Trey. I'm Trey Smith, and I've been a part of the community for a while. Lived out here basically my entire life, about 30 years.
Yeah.
I teach and coach at Cypress High School right now. Been head coach there, going on my 11th season. Teach PE over there as well. I try to do a lot of things within the community, be there for the kids. I love being a part of the community, teaching, coaching at Cypress. So that's who I am.
Where did you go to high school?
I graduated at Cypress High School.
You did graduate from Cypress.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Okay, there we
go. It felt like home
So
then.
it
It is, man. It was kind of crazy when I first got hired there, and then there's teachers there that like they taught me. I still didn't know their first name, so I just be calling them Mr. or Mrs. or Coach. It was weird to know their first name, so I was like, yeah. So I got like there's Coach Brooks. He coached me. He's our driver's ed teacher. He coached me in football. He's still there right now.
Really?
Thugging it out. He had like 33 years, 34 years.
That's crazy to hear. Like life is full cycle for real. So, you went to
Yeah,
Cypress,
that's
you went and
crazy.
did football, and then you're still there coaching PE and doing all this stuff, and then he's still there.
Yep.
33 years strong.
I know.
That's fire.
It's nuts.
That's it's a crazy career path to be in. Like I think ultimately I started respecting teachers more as Kenny came into the family, and this is the career path that he chose. And then, I see how impactful of a teacher that he's been, on these students, and seeing what you guys do now, the doors are kind of open. So thank you guys for being part of the community and being part of the system, because we need people that are out there doing what you guys do. And you guys don't get the flowers and the shine that you guys deserve, because you guys are what makes this next generation that comes in and every generation after that become the people they will be.
I was going to say, like, you put Cypress on the map for hoops. Because we weren't worried about them for the longest time. I'm not going to lie to you, because we weren't.
Hey, listen.
We weren't. No disrespect.
There's none over here though, because I get it, I understand.
Yeah.
Right. When I say we was at the bottom, we were at the bottom of the bottom. Like legit. Like there's no, if people say like, people like, I don't know where Cypress is at, but we had some good players that have come in the past few years and put us on the map a little bit, and we're a lot more competitive now. We have good talent. We had a little bit of a down year last year, but based on inexperience. But I get a lot of guys back this year, so we're gonna be back to our winning ways.
Yeah, I was excited to watch those playoff games you guys were in, because Miz was going crazy.
Oh yeah,
Miz was going crazy. He was averaging like 20, 25.
Yeah, we had, I don't know, we had a really good group, man. Like there was a lot of kids and a lot of people that had a hand in like our success. So I'll never take full credit.
Of course,
everybody deserves, even though like the community, the school, everybody had a piece of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was fun to just be a part of it, and try to lead the entire thing, and it didn't end up the way we wanted it to, but of course we went pretty deep.
What are one of those things that you practice with like your students or your kids that playing with you, like to keep them engaged and keep them motivated to like that there's something bigger than just yourself, in hoops. You know what I mean? Because I know it's bigger than that, because it's not just hoops in reality. You're trying to raise these kids to be better men and better humans. I believe,
100%.
So how do you kind of navigate that and keep them?
And what's crazy is it's a question. I had a gentleman, one of my former player, call me today. He just graduated this past year. Okay. Like I said, we kind of had a down year last year, and we were kind of struggling as a team and as a program. And I was looking for like leadership, right?
Okay.
He was a senior kid, and I was looking for someone to lead our team and the program in the direction that we needed to go in. Mm-hmm. And he called me. He's like, "Hey, coach, I just want to apologize." And I was like, "What are you apologizing for?" He's just like, "Well, I know you tell us all these things. You say, y'all are gonna look back when y'all are 25 years old. You're like, you know what? Coach Trey was right." He's just like, "I just graduated, but now I understand what you're saying." You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, my job is, wins and losses, they come and go.
Right.
The game is the game, and but at the end of the day, my job is to make sure that these kids understand like lessons, life lessons, value of being, a good individual, a team player, hard work ethic, being consistent, and just showing up every day and doing what you're supposed to do, right? And that's how I get through my life, right? You got to be day by day. You got to be consistent. You know?
How are you able to manage so many emotions? Because I played, and I know like the egos, the emotions. Like one person thinks they're better than them, the playing minutes, and all that stuff. Like, how do you manage that with the kids? It's
I've always been like in a sort of like a leadership role. And whether I'm on a team, I've been captains of most teams I've been a part of, or a coach, or a teacher, anything of that realm in a leadership role. But at the same time, I've always thought of life like it's way bigger than myself. When I had a coach in college that I was a bench guy at the U. I walked on up there for 3 years, and I became captain. And if you're a walk-on and you're a captain, right, like most of the time, there's not many people that like respect you, right? Because you're not getting minutes, you're not getting burned, you're not getting PT. But it's just about how you approach everything, and being a team guy and understanding everybody has a role on the team. And if you want to have success, if everybody just sits back and does their job, and there's no jealousy or anything like that, I think you go far. But that's something that every year it's year by year.
Yeah,
right?
It's different every year.
Roles change, kids get better. Some kids fall off a little bit. Other kids take a huge jump, right? So it's just based upon, what the kids want, what I see fits, and kind of where we're gonna go.
I just think that's so difficult I mean, I had my own experiences, and it was very frustrating. My coach, you worked with Coach Collins. You were his junior. You were assistant coach, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah. We're not.
You're good. It's okay. And I, and what's, with Coach Collins, he gave me an opportunity and a shot at the end of the day, and that's how I look. That's how I look at a lot of things, right? Like if someone gives me an opportunity and a shot, then I'm always appreciative of that.
Of course.
But everybody has their different ways of doing things, and when I got the head job at Cypress, I just had some changes I wanted to make and different directions I wanted to go. So
yeah, it's a frustrating time for senior year for me.
I'm sure.
When you ultimately decided, when did you decide that coaching was going to be something that you were going to take on? Because you were a player, correct? Mm. You did football in high school. Did you do basketball in high school as well?
Yeah. So I played. So I ran track, played football and basketball. So I was a 3-sport guy, and then I love the game of basketball. Like it's probably psychotic, like how much I love the game. Yeah. Like my wife is. I was like, who you're marrying, right? Like you understand the level, like what the game of basketball did for me in my life, in athletics and competition. Like, it made me like who I am. You know what I'm saying? So, it was my redshirt sophomore year of college. Like I walked on up at the U, and Coach Boylan gave me an opportunity. And then my second year, we had a really good staff, like smart coaches, right? And some of them, like there's Coach Jeff Smith. He's the associate head coach at Oakland University in Michigan. Coach Peary is at UNLV, associate head. I got Coach Johnson. He's at LMU in LA. And then Coach Boylan, like he's been around the pros, a lot of championship teams, right? So I had a lot of smart coaches, and I played with really good players. And so I just knew I wanted to coach basketball.
Yeah.
And so I was a part of the scout team, and I had to learn a lot of sets, a lot of plays. I watched a lot of film, and that's where like the growth, I think that's where the growth came from.
So you walked on to the U and didn't go hoop anywhere before that? You just...
No, I walked. So Utah was like a dream school for me.
Yeah.
So that was back when, and they were kind of struggling a little bit, but I just had my mind set up like, I would have gone and played at like a JUCO or somewhere else, but if I had the opportunity to go play at the U, like I'm going to take it. So I walked on there. There was like, during tryouts, there was probably 70 dudes in there.
Yeah.
I was like the smallest guy, and we did some drills, split up into fives, and like my team was stacked, right? So when I say stacked, like there was like 2 or 3 players that were better than me on my team, right? So we were winning every game, but going back to like roles, right? The only reason that I made the team because like I knew what my role is on the team that like during that tryouts, right? Like I'm a facilitator, I'm a passer, I'm not a scorer.
Hit the open one.
Yes, like I take a leadership role, so I tell guys where to go. We run ball screen here, we do this here, and I think that's kind of what gave me like the edge. You know what I'm saying? So because there was probably 2 or 3 guys on my team that were older, like. Bigger, more physically mature bodies. Yeah. So that's I lucked out a little bit, but.
Did you play with Drism?
No, Tim's older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Tim was coming to like open run pickups.
With you guys?
Yeah. I got a story I got a story about Tim, dog. I got a story. Like for real. Okay, so Tim, it's crazy because so Tim would come to pick up, and Tim's a good trash talker. Yeah, right? Tim Drism. He is the ultimate trash talker. Yeah. Okay. And I hope Tim watches this. Okay. Because I don't know if I've told him this. Maybe I told him one time. Okay. But when he used to come and play, and we were playing for years, right? Yeah. Whether it's TVO Rec, programs, pickups at the U, whatever, right? He come in and he just like talked me into things that I didn't want to do as a player. Like, oh, you don't want to shoot that, Trey. I'm like, oh, I'm going to shoot it. And then I'm just like, it's broke. I just bong, or air ball, whatever, right? He just talking me, like he just in my head the entire time I'm playing, bro. And it's just like, and then one day I was just like, I ain't going to swear on the podcast, all right?
Hey, the kids probably heard it once or twice.
Like, you know what? I was like, you know what? Forget Tim, all right? We don't forget Tim, okay? And then from that point on, I was like, there's just like a level of, and I think trash talking's a part of the game.
Yeah,
I'm a competitor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when I'm competing and like I'm talking, it's just a part of the game for me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not personal. I'm not attacking anybody's character. It's just like it's a part of competition.
Yeah.
Right. So that's kind of where I learned how to like talk smack and to really get into people's like bird cages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
Tim used to live in my bird cage for like 2 years, dog. And I used to hate the guy.
So nothing personal.
Nothing personal.
Yeah, just
it's
little
not.
jabs.
But he would just come. He would just like talk me into things I did not want to do. And I just be like, hey, well, I hate playing with this guy. But now, me and Tim's my guy. And that's where I got some like mental toughness was from Tim.
Okay.
Did you play in the powder this year?
Oh no, I'm too old for that.
What? Tim's still playing,
Bro, Tim,
and he older than you.
I know, but he got some dudes. I played with them like
You played like 2
this
years
was like
ago, right?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
But like I can't be on an island with like B Slide, Tyus,
Tyus,
you know,
Jail.
I can't guard those dudes. You know, they gonna put me in pick and roll and
Yeah.
then ISO me. I can't be getting embarrassed in front of all these people. I got too much pride for that, so I didn't play.
So like after you got done with basketball at the U, like how did you get back to Cyprus? Because I know that like getting into like your dream school, I'm sure you wanted to go back home and coach there. Was that an easy process, or was it kind of like just waiting for an opening and then something just landed? And
Well, going back, I was with Rob Collins, and
There we go. Yeah.
I was an assistant there, and something came up, and like he was leaving, and he's like, "Hey, you need to put him for the head job," and I was like, I just graduated from college. I don't have a clue what I'm doing with my life. Like, I have no clue, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not a teacher. I'm 24 years old. Who's gonna
Yeah.
hire a 24-year-old non-teacher to coach a high school 5A program? Like it's just
This is like 8 years ago.
this was 11 years ago.
Is it 11?
Yeah, he said 11
Really?
seasons.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for 11 seasons.
Has it really been 11 seasons, bro?
It's been 11, dog.
Because that's my 20. I only remember Coach Collins coming my junior year, which was 2015. So was there like a separation where he was gone for a second, then decided to come back to coach? Is that what it was? That's why I'm trying to like.
There
timeline.
might have been a year, but I'm not 100% sure though.
Yeah.
But this is my 11th season
As a
this
head
year,
coach.
As head coach.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
been that long. That's crazy.
I know it has.
Dude, you're getting old.
Dude.
I'm getting old too though.
Yeah. I'm up
getting
there.
old too. But so I interviewed for the job. I had a lot of support from people in the community.
Yeah.
One of my main guys, Rob Case, his son, Skylar Case, is on my staff right now. So he put in a good word for me. And then Rob McDaniel, our principal. He's not a principal now, but he was. He's now at Skyline now. But, he took a shot on me and gave me an opportunity. And then he called me like 2 weeks later and was like, hey, I got a PE job open for you. You want it? And I was like, all right, bet. And listen, when I tell you I got thrown into the fire in my PE job, I literally got thrown into the fire. Like I had no idea what I was doing. Zero clue, right? There's 50, 60 kids in the gym.
just staring at you.
And I ain't
What do we do? What
my
do we do?
management,
What do we do
my
today?
management
Dodgeball?
skills weren't great. I had a lot to learn,
Yeah.
but like I said, day by day and being consistent, I've turned into a way better teacher. I've turned into a way better coach and,
Yeah.
a better professional, overall.
So did you finish hoops at the age of 24 as well at the U? Or it was like 22, 23?
No, I finished at 20. Yeah, I was 22, 23. After I played it 3 years at Utah.
Yeah.
And then I transferred to a Division II school in Missouri.
Oh,
I
okay.
played there for a year. Met a lot of good people.
Yeah.
Had a good time, and and then it was time to just come back and like start my life.
Career, yeah.
I had my wife that I'm married to now. We've been together for 21 years.
Wow, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
High school sweetheart?
High school. We started dating freshman year.
Damn.
High school.
It's amazing.
So, I just needed to, and you just know there's that point in time, right, where you just got to start your life in the beginning, right? Like there's a lot of these young kids out there, and as you get older, you can't chase things forever. So you wanted to get married, wanted to settle down, wanted to start thinking about having a family, and focus on the things that are important. I always knew I was going to be involved in basketball, just playing. I wasn't going to chase it forever.
Yeah. You accepted that kind of like reality of you not hooping professionally pretty early.
Oh yeah, no, 100%, dog.
Yeah.
Like it's just not. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a realistic guy.
Okay.
I'm logical.
Yeah.
I'm a big picture guy too. You know, that's something that Coach Boylan taught me as well. Like, think about the big picture. You know what I'm saying? And my big picture was always coaching. It was never like playing at the next level.
So you didn't even try to hoop overseas at all, or like?
Oh no, and I know a lot of guys that play it. I'm just like, oh, like I was probably just as good as you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I love my wife. I wanted to start a family.
Yeah.
We had bigger things in plan, so that was way more important to me.
Did she go to Missouri with you, or did she?
Oh no, she didn't. She was still at the U. So you know, she was finishing up undergrad, and then she went on. She dental school.
Okay.
You know, my wife's a dentist. She worked extremely hard to like get to the point to like where she's at now. Like, so if there's anybody I look up to and has like a good work ethic and, you know, came from, you know, a hardworking family and, you know, like her mom or dad no one in her family like was in the dental field or anything like that. Like there's, you know, there's all those kids. She wasn't like that. Like she got it for herself, 100%.
American dream, man.
There you go.
Damn near.
Right?
She's a grinder.
Yeah, I was saying.
Grinder.
You guys built a family, got a career, things are good. You're in the community. It's just a lovely thing to see, you know?
I appreciate that,
like an
man.
outside perspective to see that the impact that you make on kids, and you probably get it when you go out, you know, they recognize you hooped, and they're like, man, Coach Trey, what's up? How are hoops? How are the kids? You know, it's just one of those things it's like,
Nah, it's great.
Yeah.
No, well, the best part about it is like living in West Valley and, you know, teaching at Cypress. I go to restaurants, like, yo, coach, want some free food? I'm like, yeah. Hey, he'll get you a free drink. I'm like, might as well.
You don't get free food?
Not yet.
Not as a history teacher?
Not as a history.
He's not tenured. He's not tenured.
I haven't done my time yet.
Yeah, 11 years? He's not even
I
close to
haven't done my time yet.
Yeah,
You got 4 years?
Three.
You gotta give Kenny some time. Give him some time.
Yeah.
You gotta-
I
you
get
know,
some time.
Give him some time, dog.
I'm still waiting for him to become a local celebrity still.
Hopefully one day.
Kind of is. Kenny kind of is, though.
Hey,
a lot of
hey,
people know Kenny.
Just so you know, Kenny, he got the juice at school. Kenny got the juice at school. All right, he got the juice.
I love Cypress. You know, it's crazy because when I first started teaching at Cypress 3 years ago, I think it was 2022 to 2023, like just getting to meet everybody. First thing I like heard was, hey, our basketball program, like it's it. Like this is the year. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Like I just, you know, I didn't really follow a whole lot of like high school sports at the time. And Chad asked me to do scorekeeping at the game. I was like, okay, I'll scorekeep, you know. And I'm like, okay, let's see. You know, like I'm like really curious because they said Q, like there's Q Meza. I was like, okay, I've never heard him. It's my first year here. Like I'm trying to like soak everything in.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting next to Burbage on the on doing scorekeeping. He's like, watch this. He's gonna hit a bucket. I remember ball comes in inbounds. No, it was a tip off. Half court, throws it up. Of course, it's a bucket. And I was like, all right, that's it. And then since then, every game scorekeeping for like the boys team is just wild. Like it's hard to go home and like sleep after that. Like that's how crazy it is. And like I remember like the one that sticks out to me a lot is the Bingham playoff game. I remember that game. That was an intense game. Those parents behind us was like
That game was there's some like game. You know, there's like these moments where as a coach, right, and as players, right, there's games you remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a game that's probably like top 5 for me all time is like that Bingham playoff game. Because one, they were, looking at the matchups, right? They were a team like they were like low seeded. They were seeded way lower than what they should have been.
Okay.
Right? And they were a tough matchup. So
that was a good game.
In the second round, the top seeded teams, like they're like, you know, if there's any team you don't want to see, it's probably Bingham.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously, and luckily, it was us, unfortunately, right? So I was like, you know what? Like, man. You know, but like home environment, you know, the community showed up, kids showed out. It was a banger. For sure. Yeah. I'll never forget it.
They couldn't let kids in because I was walking in.
It was full.
And there was a bunch of kids asking, hey, Mr. Sun, can we get in? I was like, wait, how are you getting? I was like, I'm scorekeeping. And
was the gym packed? Like
the gym was packed out.
Bro, I am telling you.
It was like a movie.
Right? I am telling you, right? We played Farmington.
Yeah.
the year before, and then we played Bingham, and then
This is playoff games.
these are playoff games, and we have that home playoff, right? They changed the whole format.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
those
yeah,
games.
I forget it's not at Huntsman or it's not.
Yeah,
those- so
the first 2 rounds are at home now, right?
Oh, first 2 rounds are.
Yes. So that format, since they changed it, like, you know, those playoff, those environment, and the way our gym is set up with the balcony, and like, if you get those balconies filled with kids and people,
It would be loud.
Oh man,
it's nuts.
all the way up top.
It was dope.
It was like, was it like a whiteout game? I think
It was a whiteout.
game, and the coolest thing was just hearing because we had the players' parents on the right of me, and then you had the other parents, and they're just like calling out Q's name. I was like, this is getting crazy. I remember Rob having to have a conversation with like the admin, you know, like, hey, you got to tell your parents to calm down.
It was
like,
actually
back and forth. Like, come on.
It was actually one of my good friends now. He was in the middle of that argument.
Oh, okay, there you go.
He was.
That was funny.
And if you ever been to a basketball Cypress game, just know my wife, she's about that life. All right. So
Yes.
if you test her, if you're talking smack to any Cypress kids on the team, she's gonna come at you. And if you talk smack to me, she will also come at you. All right. She's about that life. She's the ultimate Cypress basketball fan, dog.
Was that the same year you guys go see Corner Canyon? Or did you guys lose the big that game?
No, we won. Then we ended up losing the semis that year. But you know, like we had a good run, man. And you know, that group of kids, they were great. They were hardworking. They did a hell of a job, and they earned that opportunity. You know.
Yeah.
So right now it's just about, you know, I got a new group of kids.
Yeah.
You know, Coley, Beckham, Zion, Cuttin, Payton. Like, got some good young talent coming up behind them as well. So you know, these kids are ready now. Like, we had a little bit of a down year last year, but you know, we're mature. We have experience now.
Yeah.
Like, they're ready.
Did
They're
you, do
ready
any,
for the moment.
did you do any summer tourneys this year?
We did a lot of stuff just in the valley.
Okay.
Over like a 2.5-3 week span, we probably played. We had tournaments for like we had games like for 2.5 straight weeks.
Love
just
that.
just basketball.
Yeah,
like,
I
we didn't
love
even have time to like practice.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the kids, like, as a kid, right? You like, I'd rather just hoop than practice anyway.
Yeah.
I don't want to run. I don't want to run any sets. I don't want to play any defense. Right? I just want to hoop. So you know, we played. I think our overall record varsity wise in the summer was like, we're like 15-8, 15-9.
Okay.
So you know, we're gonna be competitive.
Yeah.
We're gonna be competitive in most games.
Summer hoops was the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, AU basically.
You just roll out of bed.
Yeah.
You know, hit a few threes. You know.
That's your life right now, huh?
What?
Just roll out of bed, hit some threes whenever you can, and then go on with your day.
Yeah.
That's a good life to live, though.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not a
2K?
bad life.
In 2K.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
I said
honestly.
2K.
I see Trey like on his Instagram story. Hey, looking for hoops, St. George. Let me know.
I know you're always looking for
always
hoops.
looking for hoops.
Vegas, early hoops, 6
Yeah.
a.m. I need it.
Listen, bro. Listen. I am telling you, like, if I'm like anywhere in the States, like I'm gonna, and I tell you, I'm psychotic and I love basketball, right? For me, like, basketball is like therapy for me. Anything can be happening in my world, in my life, right? It could be bad, it could be good, it could be somewhere in between. If I'm in between lines and I'm just playing ball, I'm like free of anything.
Shit's gone.
You know what I'm saying? I'm being dead ass serious.
Yeah.
Like, it's like legitimately.
Yeah.
Like, hoop is like therapy for me. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like, you're getting up at 5:30 to go play basketball. You're sick. I'm like, well,
If I could wake up that early, I would do that.
you know what I'm saying?
I just struggle waking up that early.
You young
Oh,
though.
you go to
young.
sleep at that time.
That's what I'm saying. When you become
different.
an old head, you could just you
Which is
get
true.
up that early.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there was times where I got my life together for a second. I was waking up that early. It's just what it is. You know, there's just
I got
life.
my life together.
You know,
for a
lifestyles
second.
be changing. You know.
It does, man. It does. It's fine though.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Guess like going for those who aren't at Cypress, I think you probably get this too every now and then, but at least for track and field, it's I sometimes I find it annoying when people are looking at us like a state meet or region or whatever, like, hey, Cypress, where's that at? You know, and I'm like, come on, you know where it's at, right?
I still don't know where it's
like,
at.
Whatever.
like,
To be honest, I don't really know where it's at.
it's somewhere in Utah. Like, so I guess for those who don't know Cypress, like how would you describe Cypress, and has that changed when you were in high school and now, and especially with us getting a new building next year, because that I don't know, that sometimes you get, you know, culture might change.
Yeah.
And the
getting a
vision,
whole new building?
We're getting a whole new building. Biggest public school in the state of Utah.
Really?
Yep.
Yes.
Bigger than CC?
Yep.
Yes.
CC's huge, bro.
Square footage wise, Cypress will be the biggest.
no
school.
We got
way.
a cross field and everything too.
But
It's
like it is growing. Like we're growing west too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
So it makes
crazy.
sense, you know.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
The population
Because there's a lot of
growing out
houses
there,
in
yeah.
Tooele too that are like on the border of Magna. And yeah, it's crazy. Damn, really? Square footage?
Yep.
I can't even. The last time I remember was like the structure of the school was the same as Taylorsville, if I remember
It is.
correctly. Yeah.
I don't. Maybe. I wouldn't say it's the same structure, but like we have an old building. Our school is like
Yeah.
100
pretty old.
something years old.
I think it's like 100. I think the 100 year was like 2018.
Yeah, it was.
So it's like,
Probably
a little over
106.
100. Yeah.
Yeah.
it was around
No, for
in
real.
1918, bro.
No, that's when it was.
God damn.
It was.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
legit.
1918. Yeah, 1918. Yep.
Like,
I mean,
legit.
the mines and all that stuff, and people probably had families out there early.
Nah,
on.
legit.
Yeah, that's probably
Our
what it
school is
was,
like
yeah.
it's old.
Yeah. We got 2 campuses. Like they took the junior high. That's where I'm at. And converted into like the second campus.
Yeah, so we have like 2 campuses.
Oh.
Yeah. So kids have to trek across.
Trek and go
And
to actual school.
yeah, poor things in the snow, for
They're fine, bro. These kids are young, dog.
Yeah, they're
We ain't got no time for excuses.
no, it's
for
like more of a
these kids.
distraction. Yeah.
Us,
Oh,
we
it's
used
snowing
to
outside.
walk 3 miles of school up and downhill. You know that.
Yeah.
My
Come
dad,
on, man.
Yeah, my dad would say I had to walk 5 miles to school. I said,
That's facts. That's cap. That's fine. That's what the kids say, right? Nah, but back to your question. I do. It's it's kind of a tight knit like community.
Oh, very much.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're kind of a part of Magna, and most of the same families have been there for decades, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm seeing kids that I've coached, like their little, siblings are coming up. Like they'll walk up to me and be like, "Hey, do you know my sister? You know my brother?" I'm like, "Yo, I've been there for too long already. It's crazy, right?" But being someone that's been from Magna, West Valley, right? Being over here from the West Side, like I have a chip on my shoulder, just like always, right? Because sometimes I feel like people from the West Side, and it could be Hunter, it could be Kearns, Granger, right? T-ville, any of these schools right over here. Like, sometimes I feel like we don't get the respect that we deserve.
Yeah, I was
you know
gonna
what I'm
ask.
saying? Like, people think, oh, you from out here, you don't deserve this, or you're this certain way. And, and that's why I take pride in like how I do, everything that I do, how I operate, looking a certain way, operating a certain way, moving a certain way. It's a part of it for me. So and I tell my basketball program this. I tell kids that I teach this, like, you guys got to take pride in like where you're from,
Yeah.
like 100%.
Do you feel like Cypress? I mean, you kind of answered it, but do you feel like Cypress itself is like underlooked as a school or as like an athletic program?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Our athletics are very undervalued. But I can tell you this, and this is something I believe, right? And whoever disagrees, right? But I think we have some of the best coaches in the entire state. And I'll tell you why, right? Our coaches come in, and the way that they do things, how much success that they have, right? With all the obstacles that we have to overcome, right? Isn't the same as other places. It's 100%.
I can see that.
And there's zero doubt. There's zero doubt in my mind, right? It's tough to coach on the West Side sometimes, right?
Yeah, West Valley, Magna. I'd say the kids are, and it's nothing against the kids, it's just how they were raised and the environment they grow up in. Yeah. I feel like it's a little more.
But it's and I wouldn't say I wouldn't say it's the kids. I would say it's like it's the opportunities that they're not given.
There's less
That's fair.
opportunities.
That's fair.
100%.
Yeah.
So coaches, in anything extracurricular, anything you're doing in the high schools, right? The advisors, the coaches, they got to go above and beyond to be able to put these kids in certain opportunities so they can have the same amount of success as the other kids that get spoon-fed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I truly believe we have some of the best coaches in the state. 100%. There's zero doubt in my mind that some of our coaches at our school, they can do great things anywhere they go. Anywhere they go.
I don't doubt it, honestly.
You gotta love hearing that though, because when we're talking about the youth and all that stuff, being put in a place to succeed and understanding, like from your perspective now, is like, no, they can succeed here without having all of the upper echelon stuff, all the given stuff to them. These guys are succeeding without that, with the people that are, the adults that are around them.
Yeah. Just gotta have that opportunity.
Yeah. And you got to let them know they have the opportunity through other ways, though.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Some kids don't even know that they can do certain things. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, that's what it is.
Which leads leads me to my next point, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's only belief,
Yeah.
right? These kids get fed like, oh, you can't do this. Like, you from Magnet, West Valley, you can't do this. Like, I cannot stand that. And I hate it. I hated that it's being fed to our kids at a young age. And then for kids in our community, whether you're from West Valley, Magna, Kearns, you got to go somewhere else to be successful. You got to go to another big school to be successful, another program to be successful. You can't be successful at Cypress High School, a part of such and such program. You got to go somewhere else. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
I think there's like an attachment to that area, I guess. I mean, I grew up in my teenage years. I didn't grow up as a kid there, or like in West Valley. But like a lot of people are, oh, you're from West Valley. Like that's, they think of it gross or like ghetto or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm like, what?
There's always a stigma
like,
wherever you are, and that's
Right.
I got a nice neighborhood right here, just like you do.
100%.
Yeah.
That's where all the vibes is at. It's West Valley. Come on.
Well, honestly, it's growing, and then with it growing, and then with the introduction to new things in the valley, you guys get the opportunity to see how it's growing from a different side of it. So you guys have the opportunity now to be like, this is not what we had before, and on now offer those kind of things to the students you guys have seen growing in front of you, and so once again, respect to you guys for putting yourselves out there, and then the people around you as well, and educating and teaching these kids, because with what you guys grew up with and what they're growing up with, it's almost similar in a way, but now there's more opportunities and more ways to prove that they can do something. We didn't get that. A lot of us didn't get the opportunity from our age range. I'm 31. A lot of people they told me that I couldn't play football because I was Asian, or I couldn't wrestle because I was Asian. So I got told a lot of those things, and I grew up in the ghetto when I was growing up in Portland, and seeing that and understanding that as a kid, it messes up your mentality though. So you can't do certain things because of where you grow up.
It doesn't give you any belief.
Yeah.
And that's all this is about, right? Like day to day, like you got to believe you can do anything you want to do, right? And that's where it stems from. So I think you got to have the right people, got to have the right leaders, got to have the right adults. They got to feed you belief, and if they feed you belief, you could do anything. You can do anything.
I guess like going back to what you said earlier, where I guess a lot of like compared to like silver spoon fed kids like over other schools, and they have a lot of no, but like I know like with your team, all your kids are within the boundary, right? If 100%. I'm not mistaken, yeah. And I think that's really rare for that to is to have kids buy in your program. Hey, you can 100% go to a different school down south, drive 40 minutes out, and you might get who knows? Maybe somebody's got a connection. You got a better shot at going to playoffs or even the state championship. I think you did an amazing job with getting the kids to buy in your program. And like what goes into that, with getting the community behind you, the kids to, hey, you could go over there, but just believe in me. I got you.
I think a big thing for me is just like having transparency. One of the things I deal with, right, being like, as I've been a part of the community for a long time, and I know a lot of people in the community, right? I got to separate like the basketball program and like my personal life, and my personal like relationships with, people that I've known, you know what I'm saying? So it's getting, the parents, the community, the kids to buy into, if people stay, like there's enough kids and talent in the community to be successful. You just got to stay and like believe it and work hard. It's not saying like, it's not guaranteeing anything, right? I'm not guaranteeing that we're going to win games or win championships, right? But I just think there's more value in, maybe having a little bit of struggle in life and going through some ups and downs and, learning, you get knocked down, getting back up, reevaluating, figuring things out, like you just got to get it out the mud a little bit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things can be easy, man, but what's the fun in that? How do you grow if you don't go through like struggles and like hard times and, mishaps. There's no growth there. You just trying to look for the next best thing, next best opportunity. What's best for me? And that's why, I've always been like a team guy. It'll never be about just myself, me having the success that I've had. A lot of people go into that, right? Teachers in our school, admin, athletic directors, the kids got to buy in. I got to have the biggest person, my wife. Like if my wife doesn't let me pour my heart and soul into my program, then we wouldn't have success at Cypress High School, Cypress basketball. So I give a big shout out to my wife and like letting me use all my time and energy, everything that I have, right, to like pour into these kids instead of, because I could do that with, my other 2 young bucks at home and my other family, right? But she gives me the time and the leeway to be like, hey, go do what you do. I know you love it. I know you're passionate about it.
Yeah.
Go change lives. Go try to make a difference.
I think it's a great example that you set because one point is that commitment at the end of the day, and commitment shows drive and like ambition. And if you're able to do that as a coach, kids honestly follow that pretty easily at the end of the day. So like hats off to you because once again you turned it around. Like I said, Cypress wasn't a problem.
No, we were the bottom. But I'm telling you, dog, started from the bottom.
Cypress was not a problem. Now they're competing and they're in the playoffs.
We were a team where, people were probably circling up like,
oh, they're here.
Everybody on the team is scoring tonight, boys. The 15th man, he's going to score like 10 points. We were that bad.
Yeah.
But it's day by day.
That's how you build dogs, honestly.
Yeah.
Like you said, like a character. You got to struggle a little bit. If you're just getting things handed off to you and you're talented, like, great. But when you get to that next level, you'll see it. Like, you'll see it in those players that get spoon-fed. You'll see like, they don't got it.
They're going to hit a little bit of adversity. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
It's not always going to be sweet.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Because college is different.
Oh, yeah.
And what I tell my kids all the time, because I have a few kids about, they got some dreams and aspirations of playing college basketball. And I'm like, all right, like, if you want to play college basketball, you better love it. If you don't love this, you're not going to make it.
It's a lot of the boys say.
You gotta love the game. You gotta love the game.
So with that being said and all this, like you devoted your life, so far to this basketball. What do you like to do for fun then? Because you like you said, you were a psychotic. It's just eat, breathe,
what he does for fun is
sleep. Basketball. He's like, I wake up in the morning, just shoot free throws.
Yeah, I do. I'm glad you asked that question. Me and my wife, like, we love to travel. The past couple places we've been, we went to Puerto Rico this past summer. Went to London the summer before that. I also love Broadway shows. I've seen a ton of Broadway shows, man.
I did not know this. This is new to me.
Coach straight like some Broadway.
I do. Hey, listen. Here's something, right? People don't probably have no idea, right? Like, I love seeing the best of the best, right? So, my wife will walk in the door. It's summer. I'm watching Little League World Series. I'm watching college softball.
He's scouting.
I'm watching championship spike ball on ESPN.
Yeah.
I want to see the best of the best, right? And I'm all for it. So when I've seen Les Mis, I've seen Anastasia. We went to Tuacahn. We went Broadway in New York.
Oh wow.
We went to Hamilton in London. Like,
wow.
When I tell you, like, I love Broadway because they're the best at what they do. They can sing, they perform, they act. Like, I'm all for it. I just want to see the best of the best do what they do best. So, my wife, we watch we watch some trash television. A lot of like.
I like how you call it that.
Are you watching the new one that just came out? Everyone's been talking about,
what is it?
The Secret Lives of the Mormon.
We ain't watched it, but we'll probably get on it though. We will definitely get on it. We'll get on it. But we watched the challenge. We like y'all heard of the challenge like on MTV?
No.
Oh, way back.
Yeah, like way back. They still got it.
They still got it.
They're
wow.
like Arrow. This is like Arrow. This is like the 40th season.
Really?
So yeah, we've been
watching that as a kid.
We've been watching that since I
don't know.
season 5, dog. Wow. We've been on it.
Damn.
What is challenge?
Yeah, what's challenge?
They just do. They just get in teams and they do these like. I don't know. Sometimes it's athletic. It could be like trivia. It could be like these brain games, puzzle games,
really?
Okay.
Things like that.
So the Squid Games before the Squid Games.
We watch Squid Games.
Okay.
On Netflix. Squid Games is crazy. Squid Games is crazy.
I can't wait until winter.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
making
the
us.
second season.
They're pushing it out too far for
The
us.
second
Are they?
season.
Yeah,
they're
it's
making
coming
the
out this December.
Let's go. Let's
I
go.
want to see how they go about it because honestly, I think it could have just ended, but
It could have, yeah.
But they want to see what direction because they have a lot of heavy hitters. Like if I listen to Korean music, so they have a lot of people that are being introduced into this universe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
we'll see how it goes.
That's dope.
But it's a beautiful concept. Honestly, I don't know if I would survive long, but for the challenge and being competitive, I would want to try my hardest.
Of course.
Oh,
Because I always
100%.
put myself in those like
in that
situation, you know?
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And I think if I went on a game show, I'd win. The entire thing.
sign him up.
I feel the same
Wipe
way.
out.
I'm telling you.
Wipe
not
out.
wipe out.
American Ninja Warrior.
The Amazing
Not
Race.
American
Survivor.
Listen, Big Brother,
Wheel
not
of
Survivor.
Fortune.
Listen,
Naked and afraid. Whatever.
y'all said Survivor, Naked and Afraid. Listen, that's one thing I don't do. I'm not outdoorsy.
Oh, okay.
I'm an indoor brother. I stay in the house. I play basketball.
Glamper.
I do if I do, I'll camp, but I gotta be in I gotta
You got
glamp.
an RV.
I ain't setting up a tent. I don't know how to pitch a tent.
Oh my gosh.
I don't do any of that stuff. I really don't.
I just imagine you on Survivor and then figuring out how to
I'd
turn it
probably
into
die.
a basketball tournament for food.
I would die on Survivor. And there's people that could probably save me, but I'd probably die. It's bad. I just don't do outdoors.
Now, see, I wasn't expecting that to come back at us like that. I
don't-
thought he was like, "Yeah, I'm in survival mode. I'm ready."
No.
He's talking about game shows.
That's
all
what
right?
I'm saying. I'm a realist. I am logical. I got it up here, though. I'm telling you, I got it up top. Hey, I'm also a fantasy football guru.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right.
So you know. It's what I do.
Oh,
How many teams you got this year?
I got 3.
3.
Oh,
I'm gonna win all 3 of my
I got
all 3 of my
4.
leagues today.
I got 4.
Tonight,
4 is a lot.
I'm gonna be 3-0.
I'm sad.
You're
They
lucky.
just-
I'm
It gets
3-1.
conflicting when you
I'll
have
be
more than
3-1.
one.
I'm a bad. Oh, it does get conflicting.
Kind of.
That's just betters your chances at winning.
It does.
It's
That's-
hard
yeah,
because
that's how I look at
things
it.
can be a wash because you have one player on one team. But I'm only worried about one league because one
Yeah.
league is like a $300 buy-in, and
That's where it gets it get a little dicey right there. There's
I know.
that 1 or 2 leagues where it's like you got to focus.
Oh man, I'm not wearing my belt. I shouldn't wear my belt. I won
Oh,
our
yeah.
$500 league last year.
You a bad.
I
You
took
a
the
bad
L.
man.
Yeah.
You a
He
bad
auto
man.
drafted the first 4 rounds. How
oh
crazy is
my
that?
god!
I tell you what happened. Okay.
Listen, he's
So-
not. He ain't
What-
he prioritizing his life.
$500 league. You don't want to prioritize. You
That's
want to
what
mow the
I'm
lawn.
saying.
You mowing the lawn right now?
You know when you get to like 3 text messages from a person on your notification, it stacks over the other one.
Yeah.
I saw the one that said, "Hey, we're gonna draft this weekend," and then I didn't see the one underneath that said, "Hey, we're drafting at 7 p.m." So I'm out in the backyard mowing the lawn, and Vanessa's like hanging out with the dogs or whatever, and I'm gonna go hoop with my buddies, and I got done mowing the lawn, cleaning up. I look at my phone, and I see, "Hey, bro, you're auto drafting." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I look at the text message and I look at my draft. I'm like, oh God, Austin Eckler, first auto draft?
Oh,
Your
my.
first pick that last
Yeah.
year?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Could have got Tyreek Hill.
That is insane.
That was the goal.
But it wouldn't have changed anything.
Oh, that's crazy.
wouldn't have-
I see you. I hear you over
It wouldn't have
there.
changed anything.
I see you over there.
Oh, hey, so you gotta tell them how do you guys, and you probably did different this year, but you said you prior, like maybe 2 years ago, you guys would do scavenger hunts to determine draft
that's
positions.
tight.
That's
Oh,
wild.
we do all
That's
sorts
crazy.
of stuff.
I'm down to do stuff like
So
that,
that's
but I
it.
joined
Yeah.
his homies league this year, and they randomized the picks 5 minutes
5 minutes
before you
before.
draft.
5
No.
minutes.
So no studying goes into whatever.
no, no,
whatever.
no.
I cannot
No.
do that.
But that's not how the game should be done.
Yeah.
No, I
Right?
agree.
You got to earn your position. You got
Exactly.
to earn your
or
spot,
something.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So my boy, my boy recently had we went out. He had an eating contest.
What do we eat?
I
Joey
win,
Chestnut.
I win that.
Joey
This,
Chestnut.
this man, he
I'm last
took
place.
20. We had to eat 25 pizza rolls,
Oh,
that's
okay.
not
That's
bad.
pizza
3
rolls.
Twinkies,
Oh,
2 Hostess cupcakes.
Oh,
You had to chug a thing of milk,
trying to get diabetes in one sitting.
and then right, you have to shotgun 2 beers. Right.
I can do
here's
all that.
Here's what I don't do though. I don't drink.
okay.
So here's what my stupid friend does. He thinks that he's going to try to make me shotgun 2 root beers.
no,
that's even worse.
That's way harder.
Dude, like you,
That
like,
is way harder.
25 grams of sugar, you're shotgun?
That's what I'm saying.
Way harder.
So like I have no chance. I got no shot.
He's gonna vomit
Right?
that. Like,
Dang.
So so I'm just like taking my time. I go over there. I didn't eat breakfast. I knew we gonna do some eating challenge. So I'm just taking my time. And at the very end, I'm smart. I only ate half of it to get a certain amount of points. And then he does some random thing at the end, and I end up getting 4th. So I ended up taking like third pick because wherever you finish, you get to pick where you want to pick at. It's not based upon.
Oh,
okay.
You get
to pick your spot.
Yeah, that's
I
smart.
like that.
I like that too.
Because sometimes fourth ain't the best. You want to be 10.
Who do
wanna
we
get
draft
back
this
to
year?
back.
Who's your first?
Yeah,
who's
who
your
do we
first
pick
round?
off of that?
One of my teams is stacked. It's loaded. When I say stacked, I got like Tyreek. I got Saquon. I got Kyron
how you get
Williams.
Tyreek and Saquon? Hold on, let me. Well, how does that happen? Who
got me last
Who's
week.
coming back and not
Yeah,
picking
who's not
Saquon
picking-
first?
A lot of
Yeah,
clowns, lot
you're
of
going
clowns
around-
in that league.
What the fuck?
That's my
team?
favorite.
You know what I call them? I call them easy money.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I called
They're
these guys last
They're
year.
guppies. Yeah, you guys are guppies.
Yeah.
They just pay in your pockets. That's all
Yeah.
they're doing.
I only had
Guaranteed.
the whole season. I only had to worry about one person, and it was we made a bet at the beginning of the season who would go furthest, and then he won in regular season, but then I beat him when it counted.
Us.
Peter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was second the whole season. He was first the whole season, and I was one of the two people. So me and him were actually the only two people to give him a loss last year, and he was just so confident going into that last game, championship round. He's over at the house. He's like, who should I play? And I was like, you know what? I don't think you should play him. Like, he hasn't been having a good season. And that one player had the best game of his life.
Who was it?
I forgot who it was, but it was
Damn.
something so crazy because with those 15 points,
He would have
off-
won.
Yeah, he would have beat me.
Yeah.
And I convinced him to not play him.
Hey, you know what that's called? That's called bird cage.
Yep.
That's the bird cage. You live in a bird cage. So for the rest of your fantasy football career, okay, you need to let him know that one time. Now, next time you just talk him, let him make that decision, and you'd be like, just talk him into whatever
yeah.
you want to. He'll be good.
He'll always make the wrong decision now. And
Always.
understanding that was the one decision that ruined it. Because
Peter be doing that though.
honestly, and it's crazy too, but he's won like 7 leagues. Like
Yeah,
over the last
Peter-
nice.
yeah, Peter wins,
he
yeah.
knows how to win
Yeah.
these leagues.
Yeah.
But this is I was like, big league. This is the first time anyone did $500 in our friend group, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna beat all y'all this year because I want to. And I
crazy.
actually studied my ass off.
A
you?
$500
You going
league
crazy?
is
I went crazy.
insane.
I didn't even know who I picked really. I just played, and then
You just played the right card.
played
Sometimes that's
everything-
how it is. The
That's-
waiver
yeah.
wire and playing the right
Right.
players.
It
Like,
is.
yeah,
I
that's
was
something-
scouting.
You need
the
to have
wire.
like 1 or 2 players that are consistent for you, but that roster is
Yep.
interchangeable. Honestly,
I hated that last season of football. That was the
Really?
first time I did not enjoy football was because
He's in such
auto
a big
draft
league.
just this big league
Oh.
lost. Like I think I won like 5 or 6 games, and I barely made it over the hump to get into playoffs. And I did not enjoy football. It was bad.
But
it
you
ruined it for
can't-
myself.
You can't though.
No, you
can't
can't
enjoy it.
When you have money on
Yeah.
it and you have players
It's
playing,
so hard,
like
yeah.
I have Christian McCaffrey in my wife's league, and he's not playing tonight.
yeah, that's
playing
great.
tonight.
and they
kept
just
him in.
announced it.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
so.
that's so
Like
Why-
an hour before kickoff.
Yeah, my
Like-
brother-in-law has CMC, and it would have saved him this week's game.
Oh,
Not even playing
But
anymore.
I do believe,
Screwed though.
yeah,
I do believe
because you can't find another running back unless you get Trey Mason. But it's like that's
That
was an
guy's
hour
gone.
before- Yeah,
No, he's gone.
Yeah.
And if me personally, if I'm playing against that guy, I'm gonna pick up Trey Mason.
So he
Just
can't
cause,
pick
so
him
you
up.
can't pick him up.
See, that's what I do. I live on the wire.
Oh, good. I live on the wire too.
I'm just not even. I'm protecting my team by taking players that you're gonna end up having to use. That's
Yeah.
what I do all day.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I try to take the players that are gonna be good, so you
yeah,
guys
okay.
can't grab them.
See, you're like Moses. He does that.
You got to
And-
do
Well,
that.
I
though.
can't
You
do
gotta
this in our league.
You got to take players so
But
that other
it's a
people
smart
can't
strategy,
use them.
yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
doing. They're in sleeper leagues, so you have to bid on players, so people could just outbid you when you're playing.
Oh
for
yeah,
that. So-
we're in a fab. We in
Yeah.
fab too. So
Yeah,
like
so-
you gotta pay for guys. You want to do? You
Yeah.
gotta pay money.
That's new. That I got introduced last year. I like Sleeper though. Full PPR Sleeper, I think is my favorite
like
fantasy
PPR.
app. I'm trying to get used to Yahoo. It's like kind of
Oh,
I
Yahoo is
use
the way
Yahoo.
to. I don't.
I love Yahoo.
Really?
is-
like Yahoo.
Yahoo
Right.
is
Like
king
Yahoo.
when it comes to it.
It
Yahoo's
is.
really good.
And it's because you're still getting into
I think it's
fantasy
new.
football.
Yeah,
but
this is-
for us. A lot of us been doing this for over a decade now.
Yes.
And
Yahoo's
so
like one of the best ones.
is it the OG app?
I kind of. I like
Okay.
NFL fantasy, but that app is just so
that-
janky.
the app sucks,
Yeah.
but the way it works though.
The format is good, yeah. But
Okay.
Yahoo is.
But Yahoo's just the most simple out of all of them.
They just
But
changed
it's-
Yahoo though this year. They
did a little
changed
bit.
the
They did a
format a
little-
little
they
bit.
did.
I
because
don't
they're
think
trying to
so.
keep up with the rest of them now.
it's killing me. Just keep this. Be
How to look at
OG.
it? Yeah.
You OG. Be the OG. You know.
So you're gonna win all 3 of your leagues this year.
Oh, I'm 3 games. I'm gonna win my 3 games this week. Listen, I'm day to day.
He's
I
on
can't
week
be
to week. Hold
I
on.
can't
Did you
be
win
week- I'm week
all
to week.
3?
All 3.
Wow.
Only thing that makes it a bad.
Nice.
I'm a Raiders fan.
I'm going Chargers over here.
Hey, Panthers.
Oh boy,
I
listen.
think we scored 3 points or no 10. We scored 10 somehow.
your team sucks.
Yeah, I
dude.
know.
We play y'all week 3. That's a guarantee we
You know,
win for us. So I'm gonna take that.
Y'all team sucks
We're
too.
hey, listen, we got heart though. All right, we got heart. Okay.
The Chargers, I don't know what is going on over there either.
Do we have no one too though?
Yeah,
we lost our best receivers. Yeah.
Your defense looked good,
but we got new coaches
but that
coming
offense
in.
looks horrible.
Harbaugh's tough. No, I like Harbaugh. I'm a Michigan guy, so I like Harbaugh.
That's why I'm fine with it this year to see where it goes. This first year, we lost a lot of our great players, you know.
And the offense is a little shaky.
But hey, man, a lot of defenses won this past week.
That's fact.
The Bears scored 24.
You see the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Caleb didn't score damn
6 field goals for Pittsburgh.
Kicker won
Boswell,
that game.
yeah, y'all, man.
Boswell went bonkers.
Oh my
Boswell,
Man.
he's the high scorer this week.
TJ Watt carried your defense, and
did.
y'all could not score a touchdown, but Boswell just said,
That's crazy.
Sheesh.
I called in my group checks. I said that's nasty work.
bro scored 20 points.
That's nasty work.
You could have
there.
drafted like 3 kickers for your team, and then you would have won with them.
That's fact.
There was there was 3 kickers, like 3 defense that scored over 20. It was
Yeah,
crazy. This week,
crazy.
this
Yeah.
opening weekend was probably pretty crazy. It was
pretty-
pretty crazy compared to the previous season.
There was a lot of good games. Sunday night game was really good.
Yeah.
This game on right now is probably really
Sunday
good.
night,
popping
dude.
right
now.
I got
Puka-
Brees Hall, but
You know what's
it's,
funny?
it's a wrap.
I got yeah.
That
Listen,
sucks. See, I
don't-
stayed away from Puka.
Don't talk about Puka.
I
I'm really upset.
I love you, Puka. But I just knew something was going to happen this year, man. You were getting the ball too much.
I believe if a player has a great season,
You know?
and they're always going to have a bad season the
And
season following.
it's his rookie year too. Like
Yep.
it's gonna catch up to you. They're gonna have film on you. They're gonna know you're.
You're right.
You know,
yeah,
it's just-
you're probably right.
That's
I
just
think
what
I
happens.
Jefferson, I
made
think
a mistake.
No,
his
don't get me
second
wrong.
year he went off, right?
Yeah, but like,
okay.
don't get me wrong. Puka Nakua's a great receiver.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson's a lot better than you.
yeah.
There's
AJ,
there's
like,
there's
Jesus.
little things that I do that I have to do because like that's what I do in my job. Justin Jefferson can do some crazy shit because I can do that.
JJ different.
Puka can't do
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
JJ on another level. He on
Yeah.
a different level.
Yeah, he won me my league, and
Oh.
I pulled him off Tyreek Hill and Nick Chubbs 2 years ago.
In the
Oh, you a
same
bet.
draft.
Yeah, same draft.
That's nasty.
I
work
got
right there.
Tyreek on the
That's what I'm talking
third. And it was his first year in Miami. I don't think anybody thought it was going to pan off well. And I was
Oh,
like,
we knew
send
that
it.
was going to pan.
Send it.
It's
Come
Tyreek.
on. Yeah, last
Yeah.
year I had Saquon.
I don't know
It
why
was
you
so-
didn't take him first this year.
It was a good time.
Cheetah?
Okay, let me. So we're doing our fantasy, and Moses is doing this thing where it's like 3. He randomizes it 3 times 5 minutes before the draft time. Whatever in my gut told me I'm gonna plan rounds. I don't know, picks 4 through 10. I was like, ain't no way I'm getting like 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
First
On the
pick.
third one, first pick. I in 4 minutes jumped onto my laptop, went on Reddit, this and that. I was like, who to pick on a full PPR, and I ended up going with CD Lamb.
CD's a
And
good
he
choice.
was the best receiver last year.
No, CD's the best. Like CD's the guy.
Tyreek scored the most out of the 3 over the weekend, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's first week.
Oh,
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
so
yeah,
far. Yeah,
yeah.
1 week. Like, I mean, he was gonna go off right after that whole incident.
Yeah.
And, like
That's insane.
that was crazy.
That's
yeah.
insane.
Holy,
I don't know
yeah.
how things like that happen.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
was asking the boys, I said, if you were a Miami police officer, right? Are you supposed to know like your best, like your national football player's best player? Like, are you supposed to know who that is?
Yes.
You're
would
supposed to know who that is, right?
Yeah.
like
You would think.
because you're
Well-
like, and I'm not, and that's
I can't say.
Yeah, I know, you know.
And here's where like there's just like the gray area, right? Just because like they're they're
Superstar,
superstar
yeah.
athletes,
You
they're
should know,
celebrities,
yeah.
right? Like should they be treated any different than a regular civilian like all of us? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like, dude, you like right outside the stadium.
You should know like
You know what
why
I'm saying?
he's
Like, hey,
here.
like Tyreek, like pull him over, like, yo, you can't be going that fast, my guy.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a quick ticket or a warning.
Like, here's
I know you got a game. Here you
got a
go.
game.
Suit
See you
up.
later.
Yeah.
But, like,
But I'm gonna write your ass up.
I know they just came out with like the cam footage. I haven't
Yeah.
looked at it. My
haven't
boys
seen it
just sent it in the group chat like 30 minutes before I got here.
I haven't seen
But
it.
I didn't open it and see it, right? So, but I heard like I don't think it was anything like crazy that he did. So like what's the point of like
The fact that they had him
putting
on the
in
ground in cuffs
Yup,
is
yup.
not a good look. Yeah.
Here's what's gonna happen though.
doing too much.
Old Scotty Scheffler just won a tournament, and he got arrested.
Yeah, his ass got arrested too. Yeah,
you
he just went attorney too.
Go to
He
Vegas,
He
you know,
was
and
drunk as fuck, though. Okay?
slam it on Miami Dolphins.
You might,
Like,
you
Tyreek's
might-
on a mission now.
You might be right.
You might be onto something.
Yeah, Tyreek's on a
Might be
mission.
They did not look good that game though. I will not lie though.
I know that 80
Yeah,
that
against
they didn't.
Jacksonville. Yeah.
They did.
That's what I'm saying. You should. I mean, no disrespect to Jacksonville because they're competitors, but I'm like, it's Jacksonville. You shouldn't be down that whole game.
Blowout. Yeah.
I know. I was looking at the score. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
But they're like Jacksonville. Like I said,
they compete.
They're there. They're right there.
They had one of the biggest playoff comebacks ever against the Chargers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! What a
trust
meltdown.
me.
Oh boy.
Well, hold on.
Oh boy.
We're also known for that. It's not. We've been known for that for the last maybe 20 years.
That's true.
When we should have won a bowl with LT.
LT, yeah.
But guess
Antonio
what?
Gates, Philip Rivers.
No. I've seen it. I've been there.
Yeah.
We have the most losses in the fourth quarter, down by
really?
up in the fourth quarter.
Oh,
And
those
those
losses
In
beat
any
up fourth quarter.
organization?
Yeah, right now in the last 20 years.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, because the last 4 or 5 seasons, we're literally up every fourth quarter, and then for some reason, our defense does not know how to stop anyone.
Hey, at least
They let it off, and then Justin Herbert has to come down last 2 minutes. He gets it.
Yeah, he gets there.
He gets it. But then you give any quarterback in this league right now a chance. I think right now we have the best quarterback pool we've had in a while. As far as young talent going into veterans being who they are.
Yeah.
We are now seeing great quarterbacks because over the last maybe like 6 years or so, we've been seeing the same quarterbacks over and over. But I think this year is great.
I mean, you can. There's probably 5 to 10 teams that you could say that.
Except for like Bryce
sucks.
Young,
That's not his fault though. I feel like the Panthers suck, dude. That's not his fault.
We're at dinner yesterday for Mom's birthday, and I just was thinking, what if I switch teams? Who would I switch to? The thought crossed my mind because this is
so. Why were you a Panthers fan from the jump?
So growing up, my dad's he's a big gambler, and that's the relationship him and I have is through football and sports. Yeah. Okay. And I vividly remember the first game I ever watched on television, and as 4 or 5-year-old, I thought the game of football, you had to run from one corner to the other corner, not end zone. I thought they're specifically picking a corner. And anyway, it was an Eagles game and a Panthers game, and blue is my favorite color. And since then, it was right after when they lost the Super Bowl to Patriots, Tom Brady in 2003, I believe.
2003.
Yeah, that's when my fandom
Delahome,
started.
I think.
Jake Delahome, Julius Peppers, Steve Smith Sr.
Yep.
That
Good old
team was
days.
that team
was nasty.
Like Steve Smith though.
Yeah.
He went to
Oh, yeah.
U.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He a bad man.
I'd be seeing
I
him
mess with
here
Steve
a
Smith.
lot.
They almost got it back-to-back years but they lost to the Seahawks, I think, in the NFC conference. Yeah, which is just too bad. And then,
they lose.
Super Bowl 50. And
Cam Newton getting dogged by Von Miller.
that was a great year
But that's what I'm
bullied
saying.
my friends.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like you've had a little bit of
I had
that
my fun, yeah.
experience of
Yes.
my
man.
team's very competitive. They
Yep.
good. They got a shot, right?
Yep.
I ain't had that.
Hey,
Don't you guys have a ring, though?
I
didn't see it?
I ain't seen.
He ain't seen it.
We have 0 rings.
I know, but it don't matter.
it don't count if it's
Like,
not a lifetime thing.
that's what I'm saying.
It's your lifetime.
I think
it's my lifetime.
When you're talking trash, though, the first thing that comes up is how many rings does your team have? And I got 0. I was like, okay, then I cannot say anything whatsoever.
true.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
So,
but I
suffer. And my kids, my family gonna suffer
man.
with
Oh,
me.
sorry.
So my kids, they Raiders fans. My wife
there
ain't
you
got
go.
a choice either. We Raider Nation through and through. If I'm gonna suffer, we all gonna
We're
suffer.
gonna suffer.
Raiders.
Gosh. Oh man. What I know you guys are in multiple leagues. Is anyone doing anything crazy with losers challenges?
We might make up something, but
Dude, I actually seen my first punishment ever.
Oh, no.
I was in Jordan Landing, came out of the Walmart,
no way.
and I have the picture. It's crazy. It literally says, I lost in my fantasy football league. I need to take care of my kids or something like that. And he has his daughter in his arm, and it says, please Venmo me, and it has his Venmo. And I was like, this is
Don't bring the kid in this.
But and people are out here doing it anyways.
Don't bring
But
the kid in this. That's terrible.
I almost Venmo'd him. I looked at him, I was like,
Well, when is he gonna leave?
That's tough.
but I was
That's
like, you know
rough.
what? I don't feel for you because I won.
I don't know.
I'm a winner.
I
You're
won
a
last
loser.
year. I don't care. I get my belt. I actually have a heavy ass belt too.
I've won every year in one league at least these past 5 years.
Well, okay.
Oh, you're a bad
There you go.
man.
There you
You're a
go.
champ.
I've
You're a
won,
go.
I've won in one
You're a
league.
champion, boy.
Come on, now. I won last year.
Come on,
So you
man.
enjoy the football season.
Don't play
Yeah,
with
NFL
me.
season.
He
I'm
always
a GM.
he enjoys the
I'm a-
football. He enjoys
yeah.
any seasons that where it's like real sports, like basketball and like football. For him, like
I'm
he's on
tapped.
it.
I'm tapped when it comes to
There you go.
numbers, the players.
You guys do fantasy basketball?
I haven't, but I could do it.
Too much work.
I could
way
do
too-
it, but it's
it's
a
too
lot.
I could too, but
Just the day by
every
day, I had to
though.
set up the roster. Like, oh shit, he got hurt, not to go back, and it's like,
And that also means me having to watch it because that's why I like football.
Oh, yeah.
it's
so much
spread
easier
out.
to watch football.
Spread out.
Yeah, because it's Sunday, and
Yeah.
obviously there's some that on Monday,
Yeah.
Thursday
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
but it's just one game.
One
It's
game.
just one,
and then
yeah.
all of Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Like basketball, and I love basketball. I can't. I
Man.
don't do fancy basketball.
Man.
Yeah.
It's way too much.
I did it when I was younger because I had the time to do it.
Yeah, in high school.
yeah.
Earlier you mentioned that you got time now, though.
Hey,
I got nothing but time, right?
My fault. You're right.
No,
You're right.
you're right.
does it mean I have money?
He's
Back to the end of the
He's
season.
investing all of it in football. That's
I'm
why.
about to. Yeah, hello.
If football season comes first, so he has to
If the
invest in
Packers
those
make
leagues.
the playoffs, I'll bet you $500 right now we win the first game we play in the playoffs. But after that, I can't tell you what happens.
Oh my gosh,
I don't know, not right now.
that Packers game.
I know.
3 to 4 weeks.
bro.
That's
No,
that's
he's,
big.
he's on the IR.
Yeah, they said
Him
3 to 4
and
weeks.
Puka, IR.
Yeah,
This has been a weird like season opener for college and
college. There's a
NFL.
lot of upsets.
That's
Holy
all.
cow.
Man, who lost to
There were also teams that didn't cover
Notre
their
Dame
40
lost.
points.
Notre Dame? There we go. They lost to NIU.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Like Notre Dame.
Lost to NIU.
Notre Dame. Yep,
at
yep.
home.
How?
Michigan-
Oregon almost lost.
You're ranked 11 or whatever.
Oregon almost lost.
Oregon's been in some bang.
Oregon's bad right now.
Oof. Games in a row.
No, Oregon's bad, and I tell people that because I grew up in Oregon, so I always watched I always watched the program. We've had great seasons. We had Bo Nix last year. We had Marcus
Oregon's always
Mariota.
been a competitor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mariota,
and
yeah.
also they're a big school because Nike
Yeah.
sponsored.
Yeah.
So they're always on the lookout.
Yeah.
But every time we
Jerseys
lose
are
a
crazy.
quarterback, don't even look at us anymore. You have to we're reprogramming the school right now.
No, but Dylan Gabriel, like he ain't no like slouch.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel's good though. Yeah.
But we should be at 20-point favorites, 40-point favorites in the last 2 games and playing the way we played.
I agree. I couldn't tell you what's
And
happening.
we watched
Back.
honestly, and I was hoping Boise State would have won this past game because I watched a lot of uncles. They take a lot of the games and they took Oregon for plus or like -2.5. What's great. They took it for the second half, and then I was sitting there like, I hope y'all lose. Just so I can just watch you guys.
Let's go overtime and then lose.
You were saying it.
I was
You were
thinking,
saying,
I didn't want to get yelled at. I was like, I kind of want this game to go to overtime, and then Boise wins. It'd be kind of funny.
That's crazy.
That's messed up.
That's crazy.
But also, I don't wish that upon anyone because I also am a big gambler, so I don't want to have someone sit next to me and be like, "I hope you lose." I'm like, man, I hope you get out of my house.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, it's a gambling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
fair.
one of
I
those
feel you.
things where like, hey,
And especially, it's crazier now that, you have football, you have fantasy football and then having all the stuff on the side.
Yep.
You're really torn because you want your fantasy team to do good because it's you get to talk a lot of shit.
yep,
Right. That's
what
you
it
got to
is.
have that belt or trophy over people. Right.
Yeah.
I don't care about the money. Well, actually, I did last
Yeah,
year.
I mean-
That's a big one. But
Yeah.
I don't really care about the money, but the gloating
It's the-
throughout
it's
the
It's
whole
like
season.
I'm better than
it's
you.
the pride in the friend group.
Yeah,
yo.
it's like
You got to know I own you.
I'm
Yeah.
smart. I'm
For
smarter
one
than you.
season.
Yes.
Yeah.
One season.
Mondays is the best when you win
the
fantasy.
big dog.
Yeah, I got your ass this week.
We couldn't find enough players for the $500 league this year, so I'm just like, I guess I get a back-to-back then. That's
How many players y'all have?
so we did 10. We want to do 12, make it more competitive because
12? 12-man leagues
it's
are
hard.
crazy.
It's
and,
hard,
and
yeah.
that's why people don't want to do a 12-man for $500 because
12
it's
is
too competitive.
But you know what you should do if you do 10-man? Just do one extra wide receiver spot.
No. Our format's crazier because you can only have one receiver, one running back.
Really, and one
And-
flex.
Oh no, on your bench. So people.
Oh, so you have to.
okay.
You can only.
They try to
Yeah.
hold, right? They try to
Yeah,
hold players.
you saw,
Okay.
right?
Oh,
And
yeah,
you-
that's
so-
hard. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's
And
what
then-
makes
so you're,
our
So you're gonna
our
have
league
players
hard.
that start like in waiver.
Yep.
You gotta be like,
Yeah,
quick.
and that's why you have to scout on the waiver. You have to understand that how players are.
Y'all are crazy.
No,
yo.
but that's how I've always played because it makes it competitive.
insane,
Because
yeah.
that way
Hey,
people are
just-
not sitting there on their bench and be like, "Yep, I'm
doing
just holding
nothing.
it."
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold
Hey,
them.
just
Yeah. This is fair.
I'll make sure my wife doesn't get this far into the podcast. If y'all lose anybody, hit me up. all right?
Wait, you want it next year?
Next year,
You want it too next year? Then
I will-
Can
If you
I'll
go
do
on,
it.
I will go on.
Just make sure I'll just make sure my
worry.
wife doesn't go too deep.
Let me.
$500. There you go.
Nice.
I appreciate
gosh.
that. I appreciate that.
No, it's great though. I love football and I love sports, and so I as I get older and become older and less be able to play so many sports, I just love watching and enjoying it now.
I think I'm Coach Trey Smith when I'm looking at my fantasy league.
That's how every year. I think I'm like Joey Chestnut when I look at my team. I'm like, you eating this week? You eating this week?
Oh boy.
Gosh, I remember staying up late on Sleeper to go onto the waiver because like school starts at 7.
Oh yeah.
2 years ago, I'd stay up till the year I won. I stayed up till 1 a.m. to make sure I hit the waiver at 1:05. That's when it would go through.
This is sick.
Yeah,
man.
Devotion,
it was so
though,
bad.
you have
It
to.
was so bad. So, and it was Tuesdays.
After that, probably
Gosh.
that lawn mowing incident, like you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, man.
That yard still haunts him till this day.
It was
that was-
bad. Yeah.
I don't think it would
I-
have changed for you, but
No,
yeah.
this year I took it serious. I went in my room, full laptop, energy drink on the side. I had receivers playing in the background just to get the mood going, get in the zone. And yeah, no, I was like, I'm never letting that happen again. Never. No, that was.
I love this. I love this time of year. It's fall.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
my
basketball's
favorite.
gonna come back up.
My
and
favorite.
It's, just,
It's the best time
Man.
of the year.
Yep.
Though.
it's
Yeah,
like
it is.
Football.
September to this January, December. Great.
There's
time.
nothing better,
Yeah.
but I'm sure the significant others is the wives. They
Oh,
hate-
my.
they hate
Hey, I'm lucky.
Yeah,
my
he's
wife,
lucky because she's a gambler too.
she watches.
Oh, she's about it.
Actually, I have to.
He has to stop her.
I have to separate from her because sometimes she'll wake up, put in her parlays, whatever, and do what she got to do, and then I'm over here like, I don't like that pick, so I'm gonna do this myself. And then she'll be sitting there and she's like yelling at the TV, and everyone knows my wife. She yells on Sundays. I know when to wake up. I know when it's 11 o'clock when the kickoff goes on the TV, and it's like, yep, football's on right now. That's my alarm clock on Sundays. But I'm lucky because she's also she played basketball in high school. She loves sports, so she's always been competitive no matter what.
Yeah,
So I am lucky that she enjoys this stuff too because she gets to enjoy it with me. Right.
That's cool. That's cool.
And like when I go to his house, my sister, like he's married to my sister, so like I know she hates it. She's like, why isn't Shrek on the TV right now?
Oh my
Why
gosh.
do you guys have
I have seen Shrek,
Shrek,
Frozen,
Fishtails,
What's that chicken? What's that chicken movie?
Chicken Little?
chicken movie, yeah. Whatever it's called. And on the television every freaking day. I'm like, babe, we saw this early this morning. Why are we playing it again? I don't get it. And then so like, no, it's funny because last week on Friday I was building Vanessa's PC, and then they're on the side watching a horror movie, and you guys pulled up like a little bit after, but Amy's glued to her phone, and they're screaming because the movie's scary, but then Amy's screaming. But for her football game, I'm like, what's happening right now?
A horror movie. That's what.
That's her horror movie.
That's her horror
So she's
movie.
losing. That's her horror movie.
When you got money on sports, or when you got players in that are not catching the damn ball, why are you only running 1 yard? Why are you running left? First of all, why are you going weak side when you know they're stronger on that side? Why? See, that's my perspective on it. That's more scarier than most scary movies I've ever seen.
I can't grade in the living room when they're over watching sports. I cannot grade because it's
You're
screaming
into it too.
every like 10
Yeah,
minutes.
'cause he's
But then I'll have to
distracted.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, 2A, I'm going to grade your assignments in a second here. I got to watch this game.
so
What's
let me-
going
So
on?
let me tell y'all where Kenny makes a mistake, right? Why are we grading homework at home?
I know. Oh my gosh.
And that's why I respect
And
Kenny
that's
because
why
he
you
does
teach
it all week.
PE and not history.
I no, for reals. Like prep time, I need to be more productive on prep.
Bro,
it's
you
so- it's
did
freaking
not take that home on your
yeah.
personal time.
Oh, it's everywhere around the house. It drives her crazy. The
It's
dining
stacked.
table, stacks dining table, living room table, and garage right now. I got a stack right on the top of the cooler.
I love reading them though.
Oh, I bet you do, boy.
I ain't going into that, but whoever y'all English teacher is, we need to figure this out.
Oh my god.
We need to figure this out. This is our youth.
It's the first week of the year or the first month. They're gonna be totally different at the end of the year.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Kenny go get it right.
Yeah. They're
It's
gonna
not on
be-
him. He's
But
teaching them.
you still go correct it. Like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
are you saying here?
Kids, no, they're funny. Like I was gonna say too that talking to kids, like literally, like till this day, no, not one single kid has ever badmouthed you. They love you. They love your class. Like they truly love it. And I think like one thing that I remember, just like a funny thing, was we had that PD activity at the beginning of the year, and it was like, I think the question was like, okay, what's your why? Why do you teach, right? And you literally said like, I love kids. If you don't love kids, what are we doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Like, why are you
that's
in
gonna
that
be hard.
field, though?
Yeah,
why are
it's
you
gonna
in
be
that
really
field?
hard. Yeah. Like unless like
you'd be surprised on
I get-
how many teachers like don't like they don't love the kids.
I know.
Like it, like,
it's tough.
and it's kind of and it's tough, but it's just like you're in this field, you're in this profession, right? Like you're gonna deal with kids every day of your life. Like you got to have a certain, you got to have a different approach to it every day. You got to have a love for it.
But do you think teachers fresh teachers go into it loving kids, and then what happens in the environment of teaching in school, like, and how, because I hear good and bad stories of teachers experience where like they don't get paid enough, or they don't have enough for this, that, third to teach kids properly, or they're restricted from teaching kids what they need to be taught. Do you think that teachers lose love for kids because of what happens above them?
I think so. But and I was telling somebody this a little earlier today. I was like, you just can't take it too serious. It's just not like all teaching comes down to is relationships.
Yeah.
If the kids know you're just real with them, you're honest, you're transparent, they know you're a human being, like, then I think they'll do whatever you ask them to do.
It's
you
true.
know what I'm saying? If you have no interest and you're just like strictly about the curriculum and what can I beat into your head, you know what I'm saying?
Power.
Like, and you being on a power trip.
Yeah.
Like nobody cares. I literally tell kids before school starts, I sit all my kids down, I sit my basketball team down, I say, hey, just because I'm an adult, just because I'm your teacher, just because I'm your coach, doesn't mean you have to respect me. I have to earn your respect. It's the same for me. Just because I'm an adult doesn't mean like, I have this like OG mentality. I got this like old school mentality a little bit, right? Do I respect my elders? I do, right? But these kids are different these days.
Yeah.
No, they're different.
They just because you old doesn't mean they're just gonna give you respect. You got to earn it.
But I like how you put that, because it's like, I think that's almost in any field that you go into, because I had this kind of same talk with one of my new bosses at the time on the job that I worked at. And he was a new manager for us, and he just came in and started kind of like demanding things and asking things of us, and didn't really build a relationship with any of us. And then we all had our one-on-ones, and I said, look, to be honest with you, you don't have any respect for me. Like, what, you just came in and bossed us around and didn't really build anything with us. I feel like that for me to give you respect, you have to earn it for me. And like, that just resonates so well with me, because I can't like handle people like expecting anything from me just because
of your title.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
Like,
Nobody cares.
I'm a human, bro, just like you.
Yeah. Nobody cares if you're a CEO.
Yeah.
Like you the big, like, I don't care. How you treat people is like what it's going to be for me.
God.
I think I'm gonna take that suggestion. I think for this year is like, I don't know, not that like I get butt hurt.
You're a sweetheart though, Kenny.
Yeah, I don't know. And sometimes it works against me. You know,
you're a little sweetheart. I know you are.
I need to not take things like so serious. Like I'm thinking I'm working on this year. One thing I want to focus on is like, hey, kids have bad days,
Yeah.
and like it's not me that is causing that. So I think, where you've been doing it for a minute now, so you understand like the fine line of like, okay, it's not you, it's just the kid. Just move on. It's Monday.
Separating
like, today, 4A. Bonkers. They're crazy. So I was like, guys, what are we doing? Yep. Like, I love the kids.
Last class of the day, huh?
Kicking off on just on a high note. Like, it's just crazy. I was like, guys, aren't we supposed to be like kind of tired during fourth? And I started teaching fourth last year, and I'm like, but last year they're mellow. This is the first time where they've just on Red Bull or whatever. So I'm just like, what the heck? Yeah.
No, I feel you. I feel you. And another thing, like, that I was taught this as well, right? Like, day to day, right? Every kid, like, me and a kid might have a disagreement, might have a mishap, whatever, right? But it's a clean slate. So the next day, like, we good.
Come with a fresh mindset.
Yeah, don't let that simmer over to the next day.
Resentment and have like
like 100%. Let's just move on. Like if any kid's got a issue or problem, like we day to day, man. So you get a clean slate the next day. So
it's gonna be a long year.
If you piss me off today, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna hit the reset button. We're gonna be good the next day. I promise you that. I promise you're gonna be good.
That's so good that you can do that, because that probably, if I was a teacher, I'd be so mad. I'll bring it the next day like you. Tired of your ass.
I don't know if I can do that. Like, if I go into Monday knowing my fantasy team lost, and then I have to go in and teach these kids, I'm taking out on you.
Hey guys, it's not a good day. Your boy lost in fantasy, so get ready.
That's why I feel bad for my wife and my kids. Because if my fantasy teams lose and the Raiders lose, bro, Sunday night is not fun at my house.
Oh, he lucky that his teams won. Besides the Raiders,
that's what I'm saying. I went 3-1 this weekend. So I'm fine. 3-1.
I like that you consider your team part of that too.
They count. The Raiders count. Raider Nation counts. We on there. So my wife is good. My kids are good. We good at the Smith house. We all right.
Nice.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick because you brought up how the Bingham game is like one of your top 3 experiences, and I was just really curious. What's number 1, and what was like the worst coaching experience or moment or event? Yeah, what was number 1?
It was when we were becoming more competitive, and I had this group of kids. We were like a small team, right? We didn't have any size,
like bigs,
no bigs. We just like 5 guards. Kearns was our big rival. Remember when Kearns was like legit?
Yeah, Bushman, Taylor.
That's the same team. Listen,
Kerr,
that's
Majak.
the team. We go to Kearns. We're playing them, right? They got Majak. They got Bushman. They got some dudes.
Freaks.
Right?
Some freaks.
Freak
man.
athletes.
Man.
You right? And we go into Kearns. Like the first game they played at Cypress, our court's smaller. I don't know if anybody knows. It's 84 feet, not 94 feet.
Really?
At Cypress. Main gym. So, we go to Kearns, run a bigger floor, right? And our only style, the only way we're going to beat them is to get up and down and shoot a lot of threes. So we go to Kearns and we play Kearns very well every time in that gym. So we're going there. We just hit a ton of shots. One of my kids hits 8 or 9 threes.
God damn.
It's late in the game, probably 2.5 minutes left. It's back and forth. My kid hits he gets pushed and fouled. It's this runner banks it in. I look at my assistant coach. I'm like, there's no way we're losing it. We're not going to lose this
After
game.
that, yeah.
There's a moment where you just know you're not going to lose.
Yeah,
everything's just going right, and they just can't do anything wrong, right? So that was one of my funnest games. We were just big underdogs. We weren't supposed to win that game. And then this past year, one of my roughest experiences as a coach, we played Dixie at Dixie. And they got us by 75. It was bad. But the thing, the thing is though, right? They were a very high quality caliber team. And it was good for my young team to to understand what it takes to get to that level, right? So, and I'm a firm believer in you got to play the best, man.
It's a sore spot.
There's nothing wrong. Again, you get beat up like that. It's but it's a part of it. It's like the competition. I've been beat plenty of times in my life, but you don't run from good players or good teams just because you don't run from the name. It's a part of it. So but that it does suck losing by that margin. I can tell you that. I had some homies and some people hit me up. They were like, Trey, is that a typo? I was like, nah, dog, that is real.
God damn.
It was tough. And trust me, I was pissed off. When I say I was mad, I was extremely mad.
I could even imagine how after the game was.
But at the same time, what's crazy though, and I don't know if I'm naive. I'm just I just have this confidence, whether it's in myself, it's in my staff, it's in our players. We go in and we're watching film at the hotel because we're in St. George because we have a game the next day. And I'm I still believe we can win 15 games. Yeah. I literally, that night, we just lost by that margin. And I still went in and was hey, we're fine. We're going to win plenty of games. We're good.
As a kid, I
don't know.
So sad.
That's just.
You believe?
Yeah, you just gotta believe.
You have to though. Yeah. In those moments.
Yeah.
I wasn't it's over. It's just one game.
Because he can't.
It's one game.
Because when you dwell on it, it rubs off on the kids.
If he folds, all the kids fold.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't.
And if the guy that's the head of the snake, the leader, the head coach, the boss, wherever, right? If they have no belief in the vision or wherever they feel like it needs to go, you ain't got a shot. You ain't got a chance because everybody underneath you can feel that.
Yeah.
Can feel that.
100%.
And I'm gonna tell you something, Alf Air, what I'm talking about.
You got to pay premium subscription to see what this.
No, that's okay.
The rest of
it's probably something I experienced.
Off the air.
I mean, we're almost at the end.
Yeah. Did you play in the Asian leagues?
I did.
You played with JP in them, right?
Yeah, you played with JP.
I played a couple times.
Yeah. Okay, because you played from coast to coast. I think last year.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, I played with Dane and them. It was good.
Yeah, those are my boys. Yeah, so they were playing in the Asian league when it was just Asians. So Trey used to say he was Korean.
Yeah.
You know,
Wait, what?
Isn't he
back,
Musgrove.
well, yeah, but
Time out.
Musgrove, though.
Well, I was gonna say
He
Musgrove-
said he was Korean.
Musgrove is Korean.
I
though.
thought he
Yeah.
was, though.
Oh, okay.
you know, he is. But
Yeah.
then when you have to tell people that he is Korean, they're not going to believe it. When you look at him, especially in all Asian league, this
I mean,
was
I
all
can see
Asian
it.
league.
Yeah.
People
I can
were
see it, too.
people were hating.
You can
People were
see that.
mad,
Yeah.
but he was always part of the teams with my family. So
Yeah.
you know, I grew up seeing him around everyone. So it was,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I
Trey's
got to
my
see you
guy.
last year.
Trey's my guy. Trey's
We
my guy.
lost them last year in the playoffs.
that's
Yeah, I rolled my shit.
yeah. He rolled it. That shit
I roll
was
my shit
so
every
funny.
tourney, bro.
But you wear some braces,
I
dog,
do,
He
bro.
does. And the
I
crazy
got Steph
thing,
Curry ankles is
You
so
got
bad.
ankles, dog.
you need the Steph Curry ankle braces. That's
Ooh,
what
get
you
him.
need.
My jumper's lost too, and I'm
It's
so
great. It's all right.
sad.
Just get in the gym.
I,
It takes
You
time.
lost that with the woman in your life. That's what it was.
was that what it was?
Yeah.
Well, I got the juice got taken away from me. He literally took my juice.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy. This is a different story.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I feel you.
He got space jammed.
I
That's what
I
happened.
literally got Space Jam.
That's crazy.
Oh, but he don't even hoop. He just took my sauce. Crazy, man.
I feel you.
Black and White. He asked about dating other shorties other than Asian shorties because I date outside of Asian shorties.
Yeah.
And he ended up dating my ex shorty.
That's crazy. That's Space Jam.
He got space jammed.
He Space Jammed the shit out of me, bro.
And then after that, he just
And
lost
after
it.
that, I haven't been
No
hooping. I
jumper,
don't-
no.
It's all right. Hey, we gonna find it.
Yeah.
You gonna get
Let me
it
know
back.
you got open runs, man.
Bet.
Ah, fuck.
Hey, we got open gym tomorrow. 3:00.
3 o'clock.
You can always
Oh, you
pull
can
up.
make it there
I
to
can't make
the
that.
pod.
I hoop with the kids.
I know you do.
I'll be playing.
I know you do.
Well, let's get busy then. I need
Okay.
somebody on my team.
Okay, say no
Hey,
more.
no-
Hey,
no.
you being serious?
I'm being dead serious. You
coach,
can show
this
up
guy.
tomorrow.
I'm hooping.
Teacher, no, like we have
I'm
days
hooping.
where there's
They
like
might
no
bust my ass, though.
students.
Don't get cooked, okay?
No, I
'Cause
don't want
you're
to get
gonna-
embarrassed though. Are they good? Are they good?
No, my kids can play.
I know they can
So
play.
listen, they be coming to me. I only won 5 games out of like 20 this past week.
Who
they
you
were
play with?
they were killing me.
Who are you playing with? Who's on your team?
Sometimes we have like a coaches team, or
That's what I'm
sometimes
saying,
we'll
yeah.
like separate it. But I have some coaches that can play a little
Okay,
bit too.
all right, bet.
That's
I'll
kinda
pull up
depends.
3 p.m.
3 p.m.
All
Come
right.
on.
All right. I'm gonna hit you on IG. Yeah.
No, I'm being
Okay.
serious.
All right.
The student non-attendance day, Cherry. Hey, you want to hoop tomorrow before
Make sure you go
faculty
and
meeting?
get go get video footage of this kid.
Yeah, I gotta get this.
I need
This
this.
is cool.
I need some behind the scenes for the pod.
Well,
so.
are you still doing the you always kick off the year with like a 3v3 tournament? Are you still
Oh
doing
yeah,
that?
I want to try to do it.
Okay.
We, if you guys know any golfers out there, we got a golf tournament from
Yeah,
a
you're
basketball
doing that too.
program. This
Oh, really?
this
We know a lot of
upcoming
golfers.
We know a
Saturday.
lot of golfers.
Like upcoming Saturday for real. It's like so it's it'll be a foursome, 320 per team. Everything goes to the program, man.
Are you playing?
So I'm just trying to.
We'll lose if I play.
Pick up a lean.
I'm slicing that.
Pick up a lean and pick up some of the
I should pick up a lean.
Yeah, that'd be down.
Yeah.
It's for
Come out
fun,
with the
you know.
fellas.
Yeah,
Come have
the
a good
kids are there, like,
time.
Mr. Son, I thought you had a good swing, you know?
That's why.
No, and he out
He wants
swinging
to
like
keep
Charles
it-
Barkley.
That's hilarious.
That's why.
Oh,
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I hear
I thought about it. I have
Golf is
I have
hard, man.
Golf is so, oh my gosh. That was me. Okay, so how you were like texting about open gym. Me over the summer, like kids
Every
are like,
day.
hey, what'd you do? I'd stay up watching Riverdale till like 2 a.m. Dumb TV show. Don't
Oh, I know that- I know
don't
what you're
waste
talking
your
about, yeah.
time.
With Dylan
Like me,
Sprouse.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd wake up at 10 or 11 in the morning, get out of bed and not brush my teeth, just get out of bed,
Oh, you're
throw
gross.
the bag on, drive to the ridge and just hit a bucket.
You're
Come
sick.
back and then get ready for the day.
And then go
sick.
back and play that night.
And then go back and play.
You're
Hey,
sick.
but that's the thing. You got time,
bad.
dog.
Yeah.
You could do what you want.
Yeah.
That's
Summer was
why we
tight.
teachers.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got that. We got that right.
Oh, yeah.
You want to roll out of bed and brush your
Yeah.
teeth and go out into
Yeah.
the world? You do that.
See, summer was.
Don't act like you're okay with that. Trey. That is not okay.
Listen,
That is not
but
okay,
listen.
G.
But I have done that before, though. so
Yes,
I know
yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got those days.
As a kid, I did.
You
I
can
haven't done
do
that as an
that.
adult.
Dude,
but when you have to teach kids all year and then you
Hey.
get summer off, I get
gosh.
it.
I hear you, man.
The life you
I-
live.
You want to roll out of bed.
Hey, we earned this life.
that first month back is hard. I'm not in teacher shape. My back is like
Don't say that in public.
going off on me. No, that first month back though is like
standing up for so long?
Yeah, standing up for so long. It's just so. Oh my gosh.
I find myself like walking for that long is a lot easier than just standing.
they say
yeah.
yeah. You gotta just move. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta
standing
move.
is just rough. I'm just like,
Go
geez.
get a big yoga medicine ball. Fix your posture.
I need. That's
You can't. The students will
I
make
feel
fun of him. He can't.
you
I think these
you
students,
28, you got a bad back.
like, Mr. Son,
these,
aren't you young?
They're
They are
ruthless.
clowning. They are ruthless. These
They
kids
will
are
cook.
ruthless
Oh my
out here,
gosh.
dog.
When you were telling me like these new terms, like what they're slang, I'm like, man, I do not understand anything.
Oh.
Are they saying skibbity in your class?
Skip. Okay, I heard about that. I haven't heard one yet. In like
Haven't
from the
made it
students.
that far
No, it
yet.
hasn't made that far yet.
Hasn't made that far west.
Are you hearing what the Sigma?
Not what to say. Oh, I've had. Are you a sigma or a
beta,
an alpha or a beta?
Yeah, okay.
Or delta?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know what that means.
What is this?
I have no idea what that means,
Too
bro.
complicated.
But I'm just saying, like these kids don't speak English. Like everything they do, they walk around doing like TikTok dances. Everything, like every motion.
Yeah.
Sweet. Like I was like, what is
No
happening?
way.
Can we just go through life just be normal?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
being normal is like it's just weird to me.
It's so
Like weird. No, it's weird to the kids.
Yeah. That's normal to them. That's crazy though.
It's
Oh my
weird.
gosh.
It's just
So
weird though. It's just you know what I'm saying. To make it through
Riz.
the day.
Riz is one I learned my first year.
But Riz
Yeah.
is
Oh yeah, but that's like
Yeah, Riz is like I get that.
Yeah.
way.
No, I get that
I
one.
get it.
But the
Riz
first time I
is-
heard it, I was like, wait, what?
Me too.
when he was a Skippity Ohio like toilet.
Skippity Ohio,
toilet
yes,
Riz.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
did
My
not-
niece says that, bro.
But
my niece is
I have no idea what it means. And you ask the kids, they have no clue. They just be
Isn't it-
saying stuff.
No,
Doesn't
I
it
don't
mean something's
know.
mid?
my niece knows what it means.
Doesn't it mean something's
No.
Yes,
mid, right?
toilet. So Skippity Ohio toilet Riz. I don't know why it's so long. It just means you have bad Riz. It just means your Riz sucks. That means
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
I'm being dead serious. I had no idea.
Skippity.
Yeah.
Skippity.
So if you suck at something, you're
Skippity.
skippity.
You're Skippity, yeah.
Wow.
Skippity. Stop being Skippity.
Wow.
Or like what the Sigma? What?
But
You're
you
being
know what's
Sigma.
funny? Everyone's like bet. I've been
Bet?
saying bet.
Oh, yeah.
I've been saying bet for years. So all these kids like, oh bet. I'm like, nah, that was like from my day.
We shorten things, and I know that's your day, but like even us, we shorten things. They made things just longer.
Oh wait.
yeah.
But bet to us was more personal. They just say it to say it. You told me, hey, we gotta chug this beer, and I said, bet, I'm chugging that beer.
Oh yeah.
But now they just be using it.
Yeah, let's be
It's like-
saying it.
Yeah.
As okay.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
Hey, I need you to work on your son. Bet.
And never get it done.
And then they don't follow up on it.
It's
They
come
don't do
on.
it.
Yeah.
Make no sense.
Yeah. Valid's another one I'm trying to. Mid and valid.
Oh, valid's
that's
like
valid.
It's been yeah. But
valid's like
I
yeah.
Mid
Valid
is
came
another
from
one.
like New York though. That's when they said
Oh,
New
okay.
York.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that in
Yeah.
New York. Valid. Yeah.
Interesting.
We need you guys as like teachers to come up with like your own dictionary of how you guys would this for definitions of these words.
See, I mismoded. Did you? Trey,
Yeah,
did
moded?
you? Yeah, moded.
That was
Moded is
after.
so-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, did you use that back in-
Yeah,
moded, okay.
Yeah. It's got moded for sure, 100%.
That was all the
Don't ever
B-boys.
get moded.
Yeah.
That was in the big dance community thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you saw the pictures of the new basketball arena with the big old? We got a jumbotron.
Jumbotron.
You guys
Right
had a
in the middle.
jumbotron in high school?
Yes,
Yeah, wait
with
to
the
see it.
LED
It's nice.
screen.
What is
LED
this?
screen on the
Texas?
side.
It's
that's,
nice.
That's some Texas stuff.
No,
right
we
there.
gonna have a nice gym.
That's
like I said, we deserve it.
Wow.
We deserve
I mean,
it.
Crazy.
no, rightfully so. Like I said,
Yeah.
you turned it bit around. You got,
You know what I'm
ratted
saying?
up the truth. We got some money in here. We win it.
You're gonna be able to pack more people in the arena too.
But it's about the community. It's about the kids,
Like
man.
giving- yeah.
We deserve to have nice things. I just hope people take care of it. We respect it. We treat it well. You know, like we take pride in it. You know, that's my big thing. So if we do that, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm hoping tomorrow at 3 p.m.
I hope so.
See you there.
Don't roll your
Hey.
ankle. We got
Hey.
a pod tomorrow.
Bet.
Kenny, you hooping? or
Don't
no?
be scared. I gotta coach Powerpuff, and I'll swing by. They got me. Hey, Powerpuff Wednesday after the homecoming parade.
You tripping, dog. I coached that the very first year.
What is
and
it?
I told myself I'll never do it again.
What is Powerpuff?
Powerpuff is it's girls. They do girls like flag.
Flag football.
It turns into tackle and they get
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah,
That's tight.
One of my
It's
girls
like
tackled
I
yesterday.
fuck with that.
Or
That's
last
tight.
year, cheerleader. I told her, I was like, Kylie, we flags only. We're pulling the flag, and she just trucked
Hawk down, huh?
Hawk,
Oof, that's fire.
and then she's out the game. I don't know if they kicked her off or Cole, or whoever. But yeah, Powerpuff. Last year I lost by one touchdown to it was me by myself versus two football coaches. And I tables were against me. I was probably a
Your team versus their team.
plus 21, and we lost by one touchdown. And Gabby, there was no whistle to designate that the game has started. They just lined up and she ran for a touchdown. All my girls like, did the game start? Didn't know. So
cheated you.
yeah, I'm on a vengeance tour this year.
Yeah.
I'm on a vengeance
Lock
tour.
'em in.
Yeah,
Lock
I'm locking them in.
It's
Lock
different
them
than
in, Kenny.
fantasy football.
Yeah.
Don't let those same mistakes
Yeah.
happen, G.
I lost in fantasy.
on now.
I cannot take another L this Wednesday.
You got it. I believe in you, coach. I believe in you.
Yeah, so I'll swing by and say hi. See you guys. Yeah.
Tomorrow's Tuesday? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You got time. You got
Rock
time.
Bank?
I got time.
Brockbank.
Brockbank. Okay. Hey, that's where it's mellow out there. It's
It is.
really chill out there.
It's
Like,
chilling my neck of
Yeah.
the woods too. I'm in the main gym. I'll be chilling. and nobody come and bother me, I pop in, I get to work, and I'm out.
Dude, your classroom is a vibe last week of school. It's like, if you want to have a good time last week of school, go see Trey. Go see Trey.
We have a teacher-student. We have teachers versus the kids. So I get like 5 or 6 teachers, and we just dog these kids all for about 2 hours straight.
Oops. Yep.
We kill them. Yep. And I come with the mindset of I'm playing for an NBA championship. And
he's talking trash too.
I'm so crazy.
I miss those days because junior high, I went to West Jordan Middle, and they did that every time with 9th graders. So they did the 9th graders basketball team, and then the teachers. Yeah, we didn't win, but they picked up 2 varsity players at West Jordan to play against us. That's why. That's lost.
Crazy.
Yeah, now I remember why we lost. They had the 2 biggest guys on the court.
Gosh.
Well, we're coming towards the end of the podcast. Before we end it off, this is where we open the floor. If you have any questions for us, we can answer them. And then we have our ending segment called the Chef Special, which is free advice to the viewers. Something that you live by and or experience, and you can
share.
Provide that with them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one, I really like honest. I really appreciate all y'all just like having me and just giving me an opportunity.
Of course.
And being able to have a voice.
Yeah.
I want to know, how long have y'all been doing this? First off, right? And then secondly, like, how do you go about like finding guests to come on the show?
So we've been doing this about 1 year and 3 months now. We started this as a way to market our clothing, because we have a clothing brand as well.
Yeah.
And I want to take the opportunity to join social media without being on TikTok and dancing or doing that kind of stuff, right? It might have been easier, but my mindset would have been, I would have sacrificed a lot in my mind.
I got you.
So I decided to do something that we all loved. So we can talk about clothes, we can do all this stuff, and a year and a half strong, we've gotten better and better with every episode. We've met a lot of great people already in Utah. So we've had a lot of opportunity to sit with a lot of great people. CJ Drisdom, a few people that have been on here. So how we find people,
me and Tay.
It's just him and I. Usually, we've had a few earlier guests that are other co-hosts, because there's 4 of us that have brought people on. But me and him, every month, we spend a lot of time just looking for people, or people that we personally know.
Yeah,
are usually the people that get to jump the line. Okay. Somebody that we've been able to have a conversation with. If I see you out at a pop-up or an event, you tell me what you do, and I believe in what you do, I'm going to bring you on. I want to sit and talk with you more.
Okay.
Sometimes it's like we haven't even had a conversation with that people.
Yeah, and so that's a lot of the people that get us on the DMs. We try to reach out to them, or they reach out to us, and there's no criteria really, unless you're doing something amazing for what we have here growing in Utah. We want to be a part of this community. We also want to grow the community out here. We want to let people know there's a lot of great things in Utah, and not to underlook what we do here. As you are a coach, you don't want people to underlook your students in your school, right? Your players. Mm-hmm. I feel like Utah is becoming a beautiful state.
Yes, sir.
And I want to let people know they don't have to go outside to look for what they're looking for. Yeah. It's here.
Yes, sir.
And that's why people are moving here. And I also don't want people to lose sight of their goals because someone else is coming from LA and taking over a business or doing something that they're doing right. We can do that as well. We just have to push each other in the community.
I think, 100%. Yeah, I think if you're making a positive impact on whatever space that you're in, we'd love to have you on, because we're forever learning. Whether it's in coaching, it's a fashion designer, if it's a business owner that you sell boba, or you have a restaurant, anything that kind of impacts community positively, and then you bring people together, we want to be part of at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And I think that learning new people and what they do kind of helps you grow like wisdom, experience, and kind of just carry yourself through this life a little bit better. Because I don't think we're meant to be alone at all. So I think it's just a really fun thing to kind of just enjoy.
Honestly, I think for us too is this has become so much bigger for us. Yeah, we say people ask us that question like, why did we start and why are we still doing it? There's some days we talk about all the time, like ending the podcast and doing other stuff. We lost one of our co-hosts. We didn't lose him, but he's going through a lot right now. And guys, still donations are available if you guys. He's battling with his daughter, his newborn daughter. She had diagnosed with leukemia at 4 months. And so, with that going on, we kind of looked at each other and we're like, do we still want to do this, because it feels empty without the other person, you know, on the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then we also have to look at it too, is that we can't just stop because the opportunities are still out there. People look at the platform now and they want us to be a part of their story and to share their story. And now I look at it at a bigger picture.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Y'all doing good things, man. That's all it's about, right? It's about giving back and you know, and you know, chasing dreams and opportunities.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And like I said, you know, it's when it became bigger for us, it was when we started to realize that the people that were coming onto the podcast as guests were sharing their stories with other people without them knowing. Some of the people that were their closest friends didn't know their story or background.
Crazy, yeah.
And that's crazy to me because growing up in the home that we grew up in, we always talked about everything. You know, or our community, we always knew who was doing what.
Yeah.
And so when we started, you know, putting that out there, people started realizing that we're just 4 dudes that like to talk and like to hang out. Everyone's family that walks into this door, how you guys were talking about respect, I give respect to everyone out there because I understand that respect has to be given to get it, right?
Yeah.
But I always have to be the one that gives it so people look at me and be like,
person.
And so I learned that through this podcast too as well, is that everyone comes on this podcast because we give so much respect out there, you know, and people want to share what they're going through.
That's love, man. I appreciate that.
But yeah, no, it always gets into us. But so we have the finishing segment, Chef Special, just free advice to the viewers, you know, something that's close to home or something that you live by.
You know, day by day, and it's, you know, being a coach and a teacher and being around youth all the time, especially kids growing up these days. I think a lot of kids are, you know, they're afraid of failure. They're afraid of looking bad.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you just got to go out, give it your best shot. You're going to make some mistakes, you're going to fail. You got to get back up, got to try again, you know. So, you know, if there's anything I can push the youth and push the kids, you know, just be confident in who you are as a person. You know, be a good leader, you know, be a team individual, and just love, man. I try to pass a lot of love to people. You know, that's all life is about.
Yeah.
No room for hate. Just, you know, just show love.
It's true.
No, we love that.
I've never seen this man get mad at somebody or hate somebody. Besides on the court, I guess.
Just at the refs.
The rest of just at the refs. I've seen that. Yeah, there's that. Well, that's compassion. You know, it's not hate. It's
that's just compassion.
It's a misunderstanding.
I wear passion on I'm a passionate guy. I wear it on my sleeve, man. But you're right though. I don't hate nobody, man. I ain't got time for it.
It's hard, yeah.
And that what's funny, I'm glad I'm talking about it because that's our team motto this year: show love.
Show love. Yeah.
So everybody gonna show love to one another. You know, we gonna give each other some props. You know, and that's what we're gonna do.
Cypress Pirates.
Go Pirates.
We love it. But
I can't really do that, but but I mess with y'all, all right? I'll be watching, I'll be rooting with y'all, but I can't really say go.
You have to now.
You know, you're on the bus now.
Yeah.
It's Jordan.
You're around us.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If you get cooked, you have to join the kids. You have to join
see
them.
if the kids fuck with P, and if they fuck with P, then I might have to be like at the games. I might have to be at the games.
I saw Coley and Beckham there. I should have told him, like, hey, bully, you got a guy coming in tomorrow to play ball, bully him.
Oh yeah, they will. I'm telling you, I got some dogs now.
Okay, I'm a little slower.
Dude, I got on my class. They're good kids.
But
They're good kids, yeah.
I'm gonna make sure
Don't hurt your ankle, dude. We need you for the podcast
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
get that jumper.
Yeah, wear the brace.
Wear the brace.
I got it.
I'm gonna treat you like one of my kids. You show up with no ankle braces, you ain't playing.
Coach, put me in.
But thank you, Trey, for joining us here on the podcast. It was great to hear your story. Great to, you know, banter with you, talk about some fantasy football, you know, get to know you a little. But if you guys want to follow his story, make sure you guys check him out in the description below. I mean, go support the team.
They get that dream jumping.
That's what I'm talking about. Build this community so that we, you know,
they got a jumbotron in that home.
They're going to be getting a jumbotron. Hold on,
not this year, but the year after that.
Yeah.
We got some.
They got a big picture coming out. You know, so new school.
Yeah.
But make sure you guys check everything out in the description below. Thank you guys for tuning in episode 109 Off the Menu podcast. Peace out, y'all.
Play excellent, play beautiful, play proper.